Uh, hey everyone, welcome back to Super Fun Time Japan Time, episode number 87, second to last podcast of the year. This is
potentially the last podcast of the year.
Second to last podcast of the year. This is being recorded on the December 14th, 2019 at 9:26 p.m. Per Iggy's request, I said the name of the podcast and the date the podcast is being recorded on in the podcast. Per my wanting to make it more clear what time it is at that is being recorded, I also said the time the podcast is being recorded at. And per Chris's request, I did the thing at the beginning of the podcast to signify that that was indeed the beginning of the podcast. Hi.
Also, my headset is 6 years old.
Also, I'm Nick or Super. Nobody calls me Super.
Iggy the alien. I got 3 hours of sleep.
Ian, ASP Ian, also known as ASP or Ian.
And the fucker who didn't say anything is Chris.
Granted, you didn't really give him much of an option.
I mean,
really, like, if he was going to, you cut him off hard.
I mean, he never does, though, so...
Yeah, but he could have this time.
Yes, there is the chance that he could have, but the chance of that occurring is roughly 0.00001%, considering that he's not one to go outside his comfort zone in terms of the podcast.
As someone famously
Does Chris have a comfort zone?
In terms of the podcast, sure.
Chances.
Nah, man, you set standards, you keep to them.
Yep.
Again, does Chris have a comfort zone?
Does any of us?
Literally never talk. Literally, no one talks to anyone. They end.
I have standards.
What do I want?
Nick is like the least standard riddled person I know.
I fucking hate this.
I mean, what part of me could be considered standard?
Never mind, it's Rectos. That's.
I mean,
joke.
Fuck.
I don't break the law.
That's pretty standard.
Wink, wink.
Oh no, my Leafkin.
Or is it?
Nick, you fucking downloaded illegal video games. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, no. Me breaking the law would make me more standard, wouldn't it?
So now you're defending crime as a standard act because you got caught. Wow.
I mean, what percentage of the population has broken a law?
That's not shock.
Not proven,
like
just
how,
that they have.
I don't care. I just like how it was like, oh yeah, it's standard not to break the law. Wait a minute, I've broken the law. It's standard to break the law.
I mean, that's what the wink wink was about.
I'm sure.
Yes, that was exactly what it was for.
Hey Chris, you finished the event?
Yeah.
It was interesting. Are they actually adding Black Lotus? Dumb question, because I don't think it's true.
No, they aren't.
Thank God.
You're welcome.
They can't. The thing is, they can't. I mean, actually, no. They could put in. They could put it in an arena. That's not against the contract.
Who knows? All I know is
the contract is like they can't print those cards because they're legitimately expensive. They're legitimately physically expensive, and they told the player base they never would ever do it again. And the one time they did try to do it, the player base imploded.
Yeah, but
like, all right, we're not doing it.
So wait, what are you talking about? What about cards?
Arena isn't physical, so like entirely.
Okay. Do you know about Black Lotus, Ian, the card for Magic?
I've heard of it.
A Black Lotus is a 0 mana, which means you can play it for fucking nothing.
You could play it for nothing, and you can immediately tap it for 3 mana. Essentially, it's like the coin in Hearthstone, but it taps for 3 instead. Fuck you.
Yeah. And it's really, really good. Everyone would run 4 of it in every deck, because there's literally no downside to this card. Probably.
I mean, the one time where it's worthless is if you have a full hand of them. But
yeah,
the likelihood of
that happens in normal gameplay with it too. You would need something, for it to be spent on.
Yeah,
but that's really not
something
the point.
For it to be spent on, which is kind of the nice thing about playing the event, because the event had a bunch of shit cards. That
also, evidently, Magic has a version of Pot of Greed, which is instead of draw 2 cards, draw 3 cards.
Fucking 1 mana, draw 3. What the fuck?
Is it generic? Is it a generic mana that you
teleport? No, it's blue. No,
okay.
It's 1 blue mana.
Fully blue.
Because of
fully blue. But holy shit.
Yeah, no, that's still really good.
Back when green wasn't the fucking top mamma jamma, blue was probably the biggest piece of shit.
Oh, Goose has an animation now? Nice.
Yeah. they brought in a fucking thing. I was like, hey, look at all these old fucking cards and some of the new cards. Black Lotus, fuck you. On all the mock shit. Mock Ambers are just fucking...
The Moxes are dumb too. They're not as broken as Lotus is, but Moxes are pretty dumb.
They're clearly trying to be Lotuses.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say. Other than that,
cool
to see another Ashiok.
Fucking playing against, I presume, Simic Flash. Let's go ahead and fucking shit out of Ceratops and ruin their existence.
I see you're clearly on the anti-fucking control warpath.
I fucking hate it.
Dude, you're gonna hate me then, because I've started playing Dance of the Man's Esper.
Fucking hell. Oh, good. So you're fucking running fucking 4 time wipes, 4 fucking...
Okay.
Even if you're not running 4 time wipes and 4 fucking and 4 Kaya's Wrath, you always have it every single game.
Yeah, probably. Because we play fucking Guild Globes and the fucking egg thing. It just replaces itself.
Speaking of Magic the Gathering,
yep.
who watched the Game Awards?
I heard about them. Hey, Sekiro's Game of the Year.
Yeah, really? Also, they overall weren't that great.
Oh, I heard Final Fantasy got snubbed by Fortnite for Best Ongoing Game of the Year.
Yep.
Saw that. Best Ongoing Game. No one liked the Fortnite one.
Yep. Nobody liked that.
I like how we finally arrived to the place we should have been all along. Where, well, I don't mean that truly, but fucking now we're like, hey, Fortnite's not great. And everyone's like super against it now.
Yeah.
This is where we should have been.
Oh shit, Double Reef. Never mind, it wasn't Simic Flash. Okay.
People now know what Fortnite is and probably have a chance to have played it and realized it's not great. And or they're just super sick and tired of all the fucking memes and the dances. Because that would never have backfired. Then again, they didn't really have any control over what became meme. But they sure as fuck played into it. So once Fortnite dies, I bet Epic's going to be not well off.
What are you talking about? They have the Epic Game Store launcher.
Which unfortunately has a bunch of new exclusives that everyone wants.
Like,
Humanity is proof.
I mean, Shenmue came out, didn't it?
Yes, and it was bad or something.
Because the original Shenmue.
Who would have thought a game developed by someone who doesn't know what video games is would be, not great?
I mean, it can be good, but the likelihood is that it's not going to be.
I've heard it's not good and or mediocre. So that...
Draw a land, that's not a land.
You can't, it's Magic. Have you installed the tracker yet?
For what?
Magic.
Just a deck tracker, you mean?
Just so you can, deck track. Just so you can say, oh, hey, you have a 40-something% chance of drawing. Nope, you didn't do it.
A land to secure something.
It is nice to see, how many cards of what you have left, so you don't accidentally Fable Passage when you don't have a normal land.
Yeah.
I recommend a tracker. It's not that hard to install, and it works great. And evidently, it's not illegal.
Well, because, realistically speaking, you could do it yourself in your mind, and it's whatever.
It doesn't stop other developers from making shit illegal. GGG.
Fucking can't even use a popsicle stick.
Exactly the thing I was going to make reference to.
Dude, holy okay, so I'm using a mana flask that flask effect is not removed at full mana.
Double Reefs.
And as a miner,
you can win.
You fucking just what? Okay, so how the flask works is that you press it and it will continue to be used. So if your mana ever gets depleted by even a little bit, the mana flask will just fill up your mana back up
until the time is done.
Right.
Yeah.
But each use of it stacks the time remaining. So I think it's 5.4 second duration. So if you press it 2 times, then it will last for 10.8. and then so on and so forth. And
the
as you go through a map, you get more and more flask charges, and so you just fucking spam the 3 key, or whatever you have the mana flask bound to, and you get, like, fuck tons of mana for, like, minutes. I think I could probably get it up to an hour in just one map of duration.
Forerunners for the win.
But anyway,
so spam it that much then.
Right. Like, I only need to spam it a bit. But what I would really like is if you were able to have a secondary keybind, like in other games.
Yeah,
so,
well, modern.
This is specifically for a minor, because I spam the F key a lot because that's my mine detonation button. And so if I could just fucking press F and detonate my mines, and also get more mana from my mana flasks, that'd be great. But no, they
don't worry. They thought about it, and it'd be bad for the game in some way, so they're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Just like the auto pickup of the organs.
Well, fucking anything league mechanic is going to be fucking changed because it's a league mechanic, and it's like day fucking 2 right now.
I mean, they posted an update like, "Hey, we're going to talk about the problem later today." Today being Sunday, which is worrying because
today is Saturday.
I mean, for them it's Sunday, New Zealand time.
Fucking New Zealandites.
But anyway, it's worrying that they did not just straight up say we are going to change this for the better.
Well, it's 2 days in.
I mean, not even 2 days at this point. But they said that they would have their reasoning or whatever. Let me find them.
It's not Azurite, and it's not that fucking necessary. I really don't care about this problem that people supposedly have with having to click once or twice.
It's extremely annoying. Like, it's not
having to click in an ARPG? What is this, fucking Diablo 2?
Having to click an inordinate amount of times for something that shouldn't need to be clicked, yes.
Why shouldn't it need to be clicked? It's an item. You pick up the item in this game.
Yeah, but the item doesn't go to your inventory. It goes to a fucking special inventory instead.
So do fucking Stones of Passage.
You've gotten one?
Stones of Passage. What are you talking about?
Wait, what?
Yes, I got one. They're kind of the main
just playing fucking hand.
Oh no, I'm thinking Watchstones, not fucking...
What the fuck's a Watchstone?
New Atlas thing.
No.
Well, fucking...
You wanna play your fucking 3rd copy of Vicious Rumors?
Fucking no, Stone of Passage is a quest item. It goes into your inventory. It doesn't go into a special inventory.
I've never looked in my inventory during an incursion.
Play fucking big girl.
Yeah. If your inventory is full when you go into an incursion, you can't actually pick up the Stones of Passage. So
I feel like it's a different problem altogether.
I mean, the Stones of Passage should also just go to a special inventory, so that way a full inventory doesn't.
I feel like regardless, you could still just look at it like the fucking special inventory is just an improvement on that system, and take that as what it is.
Okay. I mean, it's akin to Azurite in that respect.
All right, I'm fucking stating it now. I'm going anti-culture, counterculture. Fuck people who ask. GGG, please don't change it so that people don't get fucking.
It's a quality of life improvement. Like,
no, fuck your life.
Like, across the entirety of the league, that's gonna get old really fast.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like having to click on each and every one of the organs.
It's gonna be the GGG killer.
Like, I mean, not the GGG killer, but it's just extremely annoying. Like,
not even kill it. It's gonna kill them as a brand.
It wouldn't kill them as a brand. It's just extremely annoying for the player base. Hence me complaining about it.
Talking about it like it's the fucking killer.
I mean, it's not a killer. It's just extremely annoying having to click.
That's what people are talking about it like.
Especially since every fucking. There are so many organs that drop that it's extremely annoying to have to click on each of them specifically, especially if you're not running like a high movement speed build that can easily, go in between each of them.
I'm pretty sure that's the same reasoning for people like, hey, get us just a fucking loot pet from China.
I mean, not even a loot pet, like the fucking Diablo, not the loot pet from Diablo, but fucking if you click on like a fucking blue drop or not a blue, but if I can.
It's like Path of Exile, by the way.
No, I know. But in Diablo, when a resource drops on the ground and there's similar resources that also dropped on the ground,
Don't know
like
if
near
anyone
it,
could tell that Path of Exile had his league drop.
if you click on one of the
Here
resources,
we go,
you automatically
baby.
pick up all of them.
It's working.
So it's one
What is-
click rather than like 50 fucking clicks for all the little different things that dropped. It's another instance of like fucking how the splinters, for instance, like a bunch of them
but
drop.
fucking we've always had to do this shit.
Yes, we've always had to do it, but that doesn't mean that it's not
Everything
fucking
bread?
annoying.
Yeah, but I don't know why people are getting up in arms about it now.
Because
Over
it's
something that is not the worst. Harbinger did it
yes,
worse.
it is not the worst, but Harbinger was better in that respect, actually. Because
Beachheads.
fucking, that's a specific map
I can't
instance
do
rather than
both
across every
fucking-
map that you fucking do.
Across every map that you do, you're dropping fucking currency and uniques anyway.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, thanks, bro.
What the fuck are you doing, Chris?
He's playing Magic and talking to himself.
Why are you talking
Yeah.
to yourself?
Bro, it's
Because
because
that's
when
what he
you make a
does.
fucking like tier 20 meme deck and it works, it's fun. Magic
You're
becomes
memeing.
fun again.
They're memeing people to death.
It's pretty fun when you're playing like tier 1 or 2 fucking actually kind of serious decks.
Okay, but like when you get your really stupid fucking combo, like I'm fucking playing Divine Visitation, okay?
Yeah, that's not exactly obscure. I'm going to assume fucking... Yeah, I don't know.
It's also 3 colors.
I'm going to assume white, green, and some other shit.
Red, because Outlaw's Merriment exists.
Yeah. Card I need, actually.
Why though?
I'm making
It's
an
not-
enchantment deck.
Yeah, enchantments are gonna get better, and he loses because it turns out when you spawn 3 free 4/4 angels every turn, they lose.
I tried doing it with Parhelion.
Fuck Parhelion. Parhelion is garbage.
Parhelion's fucking great. Plus, it's just an excuse to play Karn. His +1 just makes Parhelion work, so you don't have to play crew costs.
Why play Parhelion when you could play Divine Visitation and run
Because it's
4 copies
funnier
of Goblin
and stops-
Gathering?
It stops artifacts.
But
The
4 copies of
Gobbos.
Goblin Gathering.
The Gobbos.
Goblin Gathering is a fucking jank ass way to get that to work, man.
Weren't you
Yeah, no,
all
it's
about the goblins
Real
before,
suck.
though?
It's not.
I
good.
was until I realized fucking mono red aggro is the devil besides green, besides blue.
Every color has suckiness. Except for black. Black isn't
really-
sucky on its own. It really doesn't have anything going.
Black is good. It's just not that no. It's really competitive. It's just not annoying. It's balanced, is what I would say. It has its identity and it sticks to it. Green, on the other hand, its identity is just what if I fucked everything, and blue is what if you couldn't play the game. White is similar in the can't play the game, but in a different method type of thing.
Oh, I'm gonna lose. I can't beat aggro. Fuck me.
Black is I play black primarily because it just doesn't have problems. While everyone out there is playing Simic fucking Flash.
Man,
'Cause
Simic Flash works.
I lament that works.
That's fair.
I've never thought about the murder of my fellow man more than when I'm playing MTG.
Bro, you swear they draw all
Don't
the
take that
cards
out
they
of
need.
context 15 years from now.
Why did I draw another Divine Visitation? Fuck.
Because you need to... It doesn't actually work with more.
Doesn't stack. It doesn't stack. There's no point. But you need to have 4 in the deck to make it consistent enough to be worth it.
Yeah, that's why you run like a fucking... what the fuck's that mechanic called from the Is It people?
The discard one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not upkeep. Fucking... It's got a really
Is
dumb
there
start.
another? Is there? But do they have a? Does it have a red? Does it have a red draw one? I know they have the blue one. I'm not
real
going 4
possibility.
colors for this shit.
No possibility.
Oh yeah, then I think I'm running Thrill. I don't,
Discard
no.
1, draw 2.
I'm not. The reason I'm not running Thrill of Possibilities because I'm running fucking what is it? Honor the God Pharaoh.
You know, why wouldn't you just do fucking Is It? Because you can get that fucking Unlikely Alliance card. That's a 1/1 every time. Well, every first time you discard
Every
draw
time I
a card.
Yeah, it'd probably be a lot better. than this fucking mostly Boros with a splash of green for Arboreal Grazer and Circuitous Root.
You just have to run whatever the fuck.
I guess
White,
that's the Goblin
blue, red.
Gathering. Yeah, I got the Goblin Gathering right now. I need to fucking have blockers.
I might have played against that once, actually. Not sure.
I don't know, man. I lose hard to aggro and I lose hard to control because they have better shit than 4/4 Angels.
Theoretically, the game should be trying to pair you up with other bullshit, though. That's how this shit works, right?
Yeah, theoretically, but I'm facing mono red aggro right now.
Well, that's just because mono red aggro exists on every fucking plane of existence in this game.
Ow, 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 ow. Hey,
Yes,
man,
who
can I
would've
get a
thought
land?
my turn 4 is just a sound strategy.
I gotta tap land. Fuck me.
Hey, Nick, how's magic?
I re-downloaded it, but it ever loaded up? No.
Hey, the friends list exists now.
Yeah, it does. You have no excuse now, Nick.
Wait, why would the friends list have stopped me from not doing it before?
Input your friend's display name or email address below.
Yeah. You can keep track of your friends. I don't know what it does. It probably just puts their name there and shows you when they're online.
Yeah, I guess.
And for every MTG YouTuber that accidentally put theirs forward.
Oh no. Oh no.
Because sometimes they do direct challenges, but the important part was the opponent had to answer it, but you can send your invites without them answering it, but it still pops up in the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's not play fucking tier 20 meme. I wish it was good, but it's not.
That's most decks.
I mean, there's some decks that are pretty good. It's just that there's other stuff that's a lot. I mean, listen, let's be honest. Divine Visitation is not an amazing card.
It can be.
I mean, yeah, when you get it to pop off and the opponent doesn't do anything, like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Holy shit, they shit out 4/4 Angels.
How that works.
They shit out 4/4. Yeah, but the thing is, in putting it in a good shell is just like, wait, why don't I just put other good cards? Why should I run?
That's what makes it a meme deck.
Yeah.
You must go for the memes.
But I'm running but the reason I don't run Thrill of Possibility. I run freaking
Chemisters?
Honor the God Pharaoh because it shits out a token that turns into an angel if I have it.
Isn't that the same thing? Discard one? It might be a difference in mana.
It's the same disc. It's the same discard, but it costs 3 mana, but it gives you it amasses 1. But
okay,
if you
yeah.
have Divine Visitation out, that's a free 4/4 angel too.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, Thrill of Possibility would probably be better.
It's cheaper by 1, which is...
It is cheaper by 1, but it doesn't give me a token, so it's like... I mean, I could... but Donna... But I have the 2-slot, I have Starfield Mystic, which is nice.
I mean, honestly, you could probably just replace most of your cards with Simic cards and win.
Yeah, I could just play my Simic Flash deck.
You have a Simic Flash deck?
I do.
You're dead to me.
Listen, at some point you just start hating. If you can't fucking win, you just play the fucking bullshit. Because guess what? At least then you're absolutely guaranteed to lose if you don't draw counters. Instead of, oh man, if I draw like the fucking board wipe in my deck, I can win.
If you can't beat them, join them.
No, fuck it.
I play control, but I really don't play counter control. I play like weird Esper no counter control.
Yeah, but Esper's fine though because it has access to 2 really good board wipes.
Yeah, but they also had like access to Dovin's veto and like fucking any other shit. But I don't do that.
Veto fucking exist. Dovin's veto, Thought Erasure for hand hate.
I do play Thought Erasure.
Fuck you.
Hey, I have a fucking Demir man at heart. Thought Erasure is always there.
Oh, yeah, because there's no reason not to run it because it's easy. Oopsies.
Information and where it gets countered.
Information might get countered if you're playing second, so at least you got 1 counter out of their hand.
You're probably gonna take it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes nice I'll play Simic when I'm done winning.
It's nice when you're going second and you see a fucking green man go Goose fucking Paradise Druid and like, well, they probably have a Nisa. I'm gonna just chalk in this land real quick. Yep, there it is. Gone.
Yep.
Thank you for not making me lose this game instantly. Although Wizards probably uses that as reason, like, hey, it's balanced. Nisa's balanced. Look, you can Thought Erasure it on turn 2 before they play it on turn 3.
Fucking mono red hand hate, or mono black hand hate. Fucking hell.
Davriel approves.
Davriel approves. The little shit rats approve.
I wanted to make a fucking
Big Reaper guy approves.
There used to be like Felbat. I was like, hey, fucking take damage when you discard a card. Never did make that deck. Probably because Davriel didn't exist yet, actually.
Do it. Block Scorch Spitter. He didn't. Well, okay.
Anyway, yeah. Not much else to talk about in the Magic Sphere. Theros is coming out, I guess. I don't know anything about it, and that's going to stay the same until it comes out.
Except for the event cards you played.
I don't even know which ones were event cards and which ones weren't.
I mean, the main cards of each one, the Elspeth, Planeswalker, and the fucking the other one.
Okay, yeah, I knew the Planeswalkers, but like I didn't actually look at which set most cards were from.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's some cool stuff. We're seeing some mechanics come back that are pretty cool.
Yay, mechanics! Those never fuck up. I love mechanics.
Devotion's one that's coming back, which is like a count the colored mana symbols on your thing, do something cool.
Mm.
The white guy is real disappointing. His devotion thing, he's a 2/0 for 2 mana, but his toughness is equal to your fucking white devotion.
I'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, super disappointing because it's just fucking nothing.
Usually the event cards aren't always the best shit.
I mean, it's
usually
Ashiok's a pretty nice thing.
I like Ashiok.
It's like a Dimir fucking Dimir Liliana. Shits out 2/3s that hate your opponent's deck.
Yeah, he's all about exiling from your opponent, and I like that.
And it also hates your opponent's deck because the 2/3s you shit out mill their deck.
This appeals to my control-oriented mind.
Yeah, it's a nice Dimir Liliana. Gives you free bodies every. And speaking of Lily, here she is. I wonder if she's going to fucking -4 delete my field. Wow, who would have thought?
But he also gets to draw cards, so it's balanced. Then again, it's also a 6-mana Planeswalker, so it's an endgame card.
Did Torbran have an animation? I don't care shit.
Oh, hey, fucking Octavius. Thanks
Fuck
for
you.
the boss fight. See, if anything needs to be fixed, Nick, it's that.
The Octofight? What?
Octavius just shows up
dead.
during a boss fight.
Oh yeah,
and he
that's
has
annoying.
his big fuck up monolith and himself.
I actually haven't encountered that.
Oh,
the only time he's shown up in the boss arena is after I fought him and, grabbed the organ that drops. But back to the Yuri thing, it's another annoyance. It shouldn't have to be that annoying. That's all.
Mm. Alright.
Fucking busy shop.
So perhaps we should move on to the more organized shit before Ian passes out.
I mean, he's not gonna pass out.
He just has to leave.
Mm-hmm.
What a loser. Alright, this game's
I mean,
over.
if he wants 8 hours of sleep, he has to leave.
No, I don't need 8 hours of sleep. I need at least 5, though.
8 hours of sleep.
That's straight wrong, though. Unless you've adapted from, like, frog DNA or some shit, that's wrong.
No, I can handle it fine. I'm actually functioning off of 4 hours of sleep
Yeah,
right now.
biology says no.
Wait, you're functioning off 4 hours of sleep and you're assuming that another 5 hours will be able to get you through a day of work, when most of the time, when you come home, you're already exhausted from work.
I think I found your problem.
Oh, gotta keep
We can just do the fucking voting for the next anime homework now, and then you're weak.
Konosuba was good.
I'm not tired right now.
No, I know, but you should still get sleep.
I will
I'm
get
just saying,
sleep at
biology.
11.
I mean,
So-
biologically, he's probably less healthier than the other average person working at that store. It's just he's fine.
Oh no, I'm probably
Well-
the most healthy person there.
That's an indictment, Ian.
Yeah, what about BRG, huh? Fucking dragging on him?
Drag on.
I mean, he broke his ankle a few months ago.
Oh, cat oven, nice.
That doesn't really impair
Okay.
your health.
It actually counts as a disease. A broken bone counts as a disease.
I'm going to contest
It's
you on that.
weird. It's weird, but it's true. A
I'm gonna
broken
say
bone.
I'm gonna
counts.
push the X button down.
I can
Google it.
kind of see how,
Press X to
but
doubt.
it depends on the definition
Yeah, you
they
got it.
use.
Oh
for
man,
disease.
oh man, this guy's getting fucked. Fuck you.
A disease is a disorder of structure or function in a human, animal, or
Torbran is
plant,
worth way more
especially
than
one that
Never mind.
produces specific signs or symptoms that affect a specific location. It is not simply a direct result of physical injury.
Game, buddy. Fuck you. Fuck
Wait.
you and your
So
aristocrats.
it- so a
includes
broken bone-
physical injury, but it goes out of its way to say it does not specifically a physical injury, which isn't usually what a disease is associated with anyway.
So
Did I understand that correctly?
So in this instance, while a disorder or structure of function would apply to like broken bones and whatnot, they specifically mention that it does not include things that result from physical
which is
injury.
weird.
So-
'cause it's not
Okay,
it says
so
This is about him.
if your bone is broken by just
Bone
the
hurting juice.
breakdown
first,
of your
haha,
bone,
you broken piece of shit.
like if your bone just breaks down from
Stop.
fucking
You gotta play Goose.
cancer
Fucking
or
do
whatever,
it. That's not
that
Goose.
would be a disease. But if you break your bone like fucking going off the half pipe or whatnot, then it would not be considered a disease, I guess. But that's,
No.
What?
I mean,
I'm
but
so
in that
confused
case, it would
now.
just be a symptom of another disease, not a disease in and of itself.
Really, the biggest disease was life itself.
I forget where I learned this. Was it biology? I can't remember.
Probably not.
I
I don't know
This
if
is
we learned
Google
that.
definition of disease, so take that.
He shit out
however
wild.
you
He
will.
shits out wild-born preserver. Wow.
So where were we?
Magic and fucking Path of Exile.
Okay,
and trying to get
fucking-
shit done.
We can recommend next week's anime now. Just get it out.
No, we'll wait till Ian fucking shits away.
I feel like Ian could actually also talk about Konosuba.
I
This is
mean,
where you
talk
know
about it a little bit.
watched. What?
Did you
I
watch
can
all
talk
of
about it a
it?
little bit. Yeah, I watched all of the first season.
Okay.
He could talk about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's going to, because no one actually ever does, but fucking he could.
Exactly.
Fucking.
Hey Nick, you finally finished season 2?
Yeah.
Is it that hard?
I
There's
found where I
bullshit.
stopped last time. I
Nice.
don't remember why I stopped at that point, but I found it, and so I continued.
Yeah. No reason to stop.
Yeah.
It's
No.
just more Konosuba.
I would say.
Alright.
I don't think either season was stronger than the other.
Yes, because it's just more of it.
I haven't watched the second season yet.
Neat.
It
Alright,
is.
we'll move
It's
along. Go to
working.
fucking Dominic's week.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
Deflect because I fucking am busy at the moment.
What the fuck are you busy with?
Path of
Magic,
Exile.
probably. Or that.
Let Ian do his shit first.
Wow.
He specifically called you out, so.
I know, and I said fucking, yeah.
So are you going to grant his deflect request?
It's really nothing else you can do. What do you mean, Grant?
I mean, we could
Wait,
just stay
just
on
wait.
your week.
Mother
I
Chris,
feel-
may I fucking skip my
Just wait.
dinner and eat this cookie?
Could just wait.
Like, we could effectively just wait until you finish with Path of Exile, and then
thought we were
you
talking
would
about
talk about your
Konosuba.
week.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yep.
Remember that.
Well, no, fucking Chris is the arbiter of things.
Hey, Nick, how's
Arbiter?
Halo?
You're the arbiter now. How's your
the Arbiter. Guess I'll fucking die.
Why have we not played more Reach, by the way?
Fucking...
Everyone's busy doing whatever the hell they want.
I've been doing...
Not my fucking problem.
Like, Reach released right before Finals started for me, so... Then Finals came up, and so
this sounds good. Fuck me.
Doing Finals stuff. And so that eats up my time.
I've been going through the campaign by myself on fucking Legendary. Sad time.
Like, we'll easily be able to continue Reach, like, Wednesday night.
Also mono red aggro. Fuck.
Guess you'll die.
It really is that.
I mean, unless you're... I mean, at the very least, fucking mono red aggro mirror matches can be pretty fucking neat.
Yeah, that implies you have to, you know, get ready.
Listen, I also play mono red aggro. I play fucking everything that everyone. It's great.
How's your Esper deck?
I actually don't play that because I fucking hate it.
Wow.
It's a very high cost sort of deck. Mono red aggro was cheap as shit. I mean, Simic Flash wasn't exactly cheap, but I did have a lot. I did have a bunch of it, so it wasn't that expensive. And he lights up the stage, because why not?
How you liking the new Hearthstone expansion?
It's probably fine.
None of us even play Hearthstone anymore, do we?
Nope.
No. But fucking, they're pretty good on their solo quality shit. Like, any single-player shit they fucking shit out is usually good shit.
But
shit.
Dude, the Hearthstone Battleground.
Wow, what a thought.
Right?
What's that?
Fucking, they added fucking Battle Royale to Hearthstone.
How?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Is it just the fucking auto fight version of things?
It's auto fight. Like, yeah, basically.
Okay, I've seen that. I've seen, like, Force play that or some shit. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
This is tough.
I don't know, people have been enjoying it, so good on them.
Why not? Adapt or die.
Yeah, we can't.
Fucking, when are we getting Battle Royale?
There's no version of this where we stable.
Am I right?
Whatever you said, because Chris did his thing.
When are we getting Battle Royale in Warframe? Because the PvP's so good in there, right?
Nah,
But
play against mono red aggro, but you're playing second guy inside.
They would do the thing where it's like in an Eidolon stage and you have to go around and open fucking boxes and like the world and you'd get shit. Like,
shit. So I guess it's back to mono green.
Chris, shut the fuck up!
Fuck you!
Holy
I'm trying to get
shit.
my fucking... Listen, I don't play Magic like the crazy man over here. I don't get 15 wins a day. I get my 15 wins a week and I haven't.
Yeah, but you don't have to comment to yourself on every
while
fucking
I do it,
thing.
Holy
Holy
shit.
shit.
I'll do what I want.
Especially during the fucking podcast.
Yeah, well, fuck you,
Easily
Chief.
could.
I know
Easily
that
could.
complaining about it's just gonna make you do it more, but fuck me.
Hey man, fucking mono green, let's go. Fucking 2 thrashing Brontodons. Hey man, be playing something like these work against.
Fucking, hey, do you like space combat? Iggy?
Fucking turn 1 goose!
I mean, the question really answers itself.
Yep. Fucking,
It says yes.
Hate that mission?
they finally released Empyrean, which is ship combat for Warframe.
No, but I imagine he also hates the mission in Halo Reach.
I saw that and Steam was like, hey, look at this shit. And I didn't look at it. Steam.
Have I played the new thing at all? No? Because
Why do they keep doing things in space? Space is just shit. I'm not even really talking
Because it's a
about...
sci-fi game.
I
What do you
wasn't even
expect to
talking
do?
generally. I was talking Warframe.
As I
We're
said, it's a sci-fi game. What do you expect to do when in space?
Well,
You're in space. You're gonna do stuff in space.
Oh,
That's
well
the
guess
whole
what?
point of it being in
Majority
space.
of the game
Alright,
isn't
fuck
in
you.
space. It's in fucking planets or spaceships where you don't fuck up.
spaceships,
But you're still
not
in
space.
space.
Yeah,
Alright, time
as
to shit
opposed
on
to
his
Arc
enchantment.
Wings where you're actually
Hey-oh.
in space and everyone hates it.
Fucking, I love Arcwing. Hello?
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, but you
Get
said
shit on,
everyone
Bulgarian.
hates it.
Oh my
I'm
God,
part of
this is
everyone.
fucking-
Yes, I don't consider you human.
This is Sultai Adventures, I want to die.
I can find at least one other person who loves Arcwing, or at least likes it.
I'm sure you could. It's not that hard to find fellow mushroom people when you're connected to the high.
Oh, fellow
not
mush.
a mushroom
You're fucking
person.
gay. 1,
What
2,
are
3,
the mushroom
4,
people called in
5. If I
D&D?
shit out of food, I can shit out Feasting Troll King, and that's
Mycons?
Myconians.
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
Mycology is like the study of mushrooms. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Thanks.
We need to play the long game.
Ah!
Probably shouldn't play long game against this. This sounds a bit
But everyone loves space.
fucking
Space is a
Sultai.
shit.
What was
I'm
that
not
again?
even entertaining your joke because space is just a piece of shit. The Final Frontier, which is infinite and boring.
Well, don't forget, when Starbase eventually comes out, I'm buying you it, and you have to play it for at
That's
least
not how that
2
works.
days full.
If you buy Nick it, he will play with it till the end.
Yeah. I mean, presuming that there is an end.
Yeah, just play with Nick. It'll go
Well,
better.
the thing is, you promised you would play a game for 24 hours with me in total hours for my
changing
birthday. Remember that?
You keep changing the wording around it, and I don't believe you.
Wait, then why does he have to play for 2 days? What?
Yeah, you also just said 2 days before
2
that.
days, and then 24 hours, and then oops, swap.
Okay, no, he flubbed it a little bit, alright? It's 2 days, then 24 hours, then 2 days again, and then another 24 hours, alright?
Oops, doop. I don't know what's happening
Hang on,
anymore.
let me see if I can find the original thing.
Alright, I can't
Fucking,
win.
hey,
This
when
is
do
not
you guys
good.
want to do 24-hour Uno?
Never.
I mean,
Oh,
Never.
dude, fucking ring in the new decade with 24-hour Uno.
fucking New Year's Eve.
I have like
Listen,
An
we'll start at
April
12
better
We'll
days.
start at freaking 12 p.m.
mother.
We'll
why
start
don't-
at 12 p.m. the last day of the year, and then we'll go to go to 12
You know what?
p.m.
Fucking do it for
January.
Extra Life.
No, fuck no. Why should I do this for Extra Life?
Dude, fucking,
Because
alright.
what
About
fucking
Extra
else can
Life.
you fucking do anything for 24 hours? I don't want to be around you fuckers for like
I mean,
4
you
hours.
don't have to be there the whole time. I just
We've
need,
been around each other for more than 4 hours.
right. Like, I just need one person to play Uno with for the entire time. Like, that's about it.
Which is why we'd rotate about. That's
Right.
The thing. We would not all just sit here.
For
and play
24
Uno.
hours straight. I mean, I would have to, but that's beside the point.
We'd all like sit here in like the very beginning, but very quickly all leave.
Mm-hmm. And then I play Uno against myself.
Play Uno against the Uno bot somebody developed.
I mean, I would be playing it on tabletop, so
Hey Nick, find the Uno bot right now.
I'll see if there's an Uno
Where's
bot for tabletop.
Uno.api?
I'm slowly gonna grind this guy out at this rate, and it's probably not great. Okay, that's not what I needed. Fuck. Oh.
This
It's probably
scripted mod allows you to play Uno with some bots instead of waiting for people to join.
Yeah, it was 1 day, Iggy.
Alright. So there is an
Watch him try to double block Feasting Troll King. Do it, asshole. Aha, you can't. Suck my dick.
Oh, it seems as though it is not working anymore.
You're a programmer, fix it.
I mean, if I can get the source code, then sure.
Make the source code.
You are the source
Please
code.
make source code. Please fix.
I mean,
Fix the
That's
source
amazing.
code. Just fix the source code in general.
All of the source code, Ian? For every language?
Oh,
That's
don't do that.
that's all
That's
bad.
bad. That's bad. Don't do
No, I
that.
said the source code.
That's pretty bad.
It is.
Yep.
I concur.
Oh.
That's why all their games are super buggy. And they made and someone actually made a game out of the buggy games. That's what Gary's Mod is, right?
No.
No.
Alright.
But isn't Gary's Mod just Half-Life just hacked, basically?
I don't believe so. No, you could probably easily figure that out with Google, but I don't believe you. So that.
The internet.
Oh, this sucks ass.
What act are you in, DOE Iggy?
Burnt.
7.
Bonk. Alright.
Not even winded. That was a scout quote.
This guy has so many more cards than me. Fucking play a board wipe, you fuck. You're playing black. What the fuck?
Gary's mod is 15 years old. Damn.
No, I'm not gonna block my
It's
stupid
not legal
posts.
yet.
2005.
Haha, I shut out a food token. What are you gonna do now about that, bitch?
So
But yeah,
aggressive.
it was a mod for Valve's Source
That's
game.
a thief of Saturday. Big fuck. Okay.
Yeah, but that like a mod of a game is not a buggy game by itself.
But the original source code was buggy to begin with.
I'm sure the original source code of this everything was buggy.
The UI errors,
Oh, get fucked.
the black and white textures.
You could probably find a bug in 99.9% of programs that exist.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do that easily. But source code.
G fucking G, dude.
Source code.
What the fuck is the point of calling it a buggy game then? If it applies to almost every fucking game.
Or
With the source
anything,
engine.
actually. Source codes aren't unique to games.
Yeah, no. Fucking, hey,
Everything
Windows
is
has
game.
source code, and Windows isn't a game inherently.
Windows
I mean-
is
What
is
also
your
a buggy
point
mess.
here?
Question: wasn't Doom an actual OS?
What the fuck is happening?
Doom OS.
I remember that being a
OS.
thing.
Maybe? I think I remember something relating to Doom OS. I don't know.
And they figure out if Doom was an OS.
I'm looking.
No, by looking at its source code.
No.
He doesn't have the. He doesn't
Yeah,
even
is
have a
it
computer
buggy?
to do the original bit.
Fucking pirate a copy of Doom right now and see if you can run it.
It's shareware. You can't pirate shareware.
Is Doom not in? Is Doom like the original old school Doom shareware?
Yes.
Really?
It was like fucking progenitor of shareware, probably. I can't really fucking back up that claim, but it seems right.
Okay, so
No,
supposedly when Doom was first released, it had a line that said Doom operating system version 1.1. But
Is that just because some intern put it there?
like they apparently thought it was complex enough to be called an OS,
Oh no.
like an
Oh, this is
operating
good
system.
mono red angrily.
But like at the time, I guess operating systems weren't really
Sequels, yeah.
defined, so they were like, "Yeah, this is probably an operating system. Let's throw that on there." They eventually removed it from the fucking releases of it, but you know. So they themselves deemed it an operating system at some point, but they themselves also dropped that moniker later on in the lifespan of it. So I don't think it would qualify as an operating system, so to speak.
Hey, friggin', where's your operating system?
Fucking
happened to Nicholas?
that
Where's
was
Nicholas?
so fucking annoying to do, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, but Nick, I want to run my computer on NickOS.
Please no.
You could be the next Temple OS.
I fucking that dude killed himself, I thought, didn't he?
Nice!
That dude, what?
The fucking
That dude
creator of
fucking
Temple
ate
OS?
I don't know. I didn't finish watching Down the Rabbit Hole, and then
Alright.
because Temple OS was so fucking boring to
Fucking
listen.
he either killed himself or he died on the streets homeless.
Your vote's just too good.
One of the two.
So what are you doing?
Presumably killing
Lord
myself
God.
after I blow all my money on hookers and blow.
Well, I think hookers have standards.
Alright,
Are you
fine.
serious?
After
Holy
I
shit.
purchase
Clamorous on
a
Right,
prostitute.
illegal Russian brides.
I'm going
Hang,
to
it's not illegal in Russia now, is it?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. Look,
Point
if it's
being,
for,
what
like,
happened to Nicholas?
immigration what happened to Nick OS? I mean, it works, it functions. Am I ever going to use it? No.
Why not? Load up Windows.
Windows is just a better OS. That
Yes,
has
use NickOS to install Windows OS. Is it internet capable?
No, I didn't add that functionality to it.
Nick, but I want to use it to play Steam.
No.
Like soup?
Steam.
Chris,
Oh.
it will crash in like 5 seconds after trying to install it, probably. Alright?
And then it'll
Nick, I want to
corrupt
play
itself. and
Steam on
delete itself.
NickOS.
No.
Nick, I want to play Steam on NickOS.
No.
Why the fuck wouldn't you let me play Steam on NickOS?
It functions to a basic degree, and that's it, alright? If you try and use it for almost anything, it will probably crash.
Including itself.
I'm not going to dispute that.
How did you get a grade on that, then?
Fucking, that was the goal of it, just to make it as basic as, like, you added in,
That sucks.
You added in basic functionality for frames, pages, directories, and,
not Torbran.
disk reads and writes, as well as memory.
You know,
Did
Nick,
you make custom graphics?
Okay.
No.
You really suck the mysticism out of this shit, you know?
Okay.
I'm like, programming seems cool. I want to get into that. And then I hear you talk about it, and it's like,
I mean,
fuck.
programming is basically just looking things up on the internet, going through all the fucking, how does this work? Okay, what's the source
That's
code
what I
of
mean
it?
by demystifying.
Yeah.
I want to fucking smash my hands on the keyboard like a hacker man. You won't let me.
No.
Hackerman.
Dumb.
Hackerman!
Fucking,
Like, how does Hackerman work, Nick?
Hackerman works by loading up a program to begin with, and then just fucking slamming his hands on the keyboard, pretending like he's typing it all out in real time. But in actuality, it's just the program running, and, random shit popping up on screen.
Nick, why would they lie to me?
Because, Chris, it doesn't
Hollywood
matter.
never lie.
Hollywood never lies, Nick.
Ever heard of a little-known thing called
Did some fucking Nick Cage didn't steal the Declaration of Independence? Is that what you're gonna fucking tell me now?
Nicolas Cage told me how America worked. You tell me that was a lie?
Yes.
No, Nick, he stole the Declaration of Independence.
Chris?
And that's how we found America.
Oh my god, it's Esper. Why?
Chris.
Because you deserve
Why?
it at this point.
No, I'm playing Mono Green now.
Yes, you deserve it.
No, I don't fucking deserve it. This Mono Green sucks ass.
Karma.
If Karma existed, any Magic the Gathering player is instantly going to hell, or whatever Karma's equivalent is.
Nah, man, the people that play fun aren't going to hell. The people that play fun are fucking safe.
Yep. All the casuals are safe.
What about
Alright.
those
People
who don't
who
play
fucking
at
made
all?
Magic, especially going to super hell.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Really?
I can't. There's no
Fuck
point
the
in playing
people who
Goose.
made this game.
Fucking, what about the dude who made the nuclear bomb?
He's pretty cool. It was a big advancement for science.
Yeah.
But the people who fucking made Magic.
So then he fucking shits out his fucking tapped land for 2 health. Nope, that's Tranquil Cove. I don't get board wiped this turn. Gonna get board wiped next turn.
Does he have fucking 2 white and 2 black?
He does.
You're fucked. It's just
It's fucking Kaya's Wrath, dude. Fucking Kaya's Wrath. Fucking next turn, Kaya's Wrath. I expected it to be this turn, but he had a Tranquil Cove. This guy's playing... What? He's fucking playing Clear the Mind? I don't know what's happening anymore.
Well, his mind is clear. I'm not sure why
Your
you
mind's
played
being blown.
Okay, so there's no point in playing creatures because he's just gonna shit on my happiness.
There's no point playing discard because he's just going to be like, nope.
Reach,
You want to
Trample,
discard?
Haste doesn't do
Nope.
anything for me.
Clear the Mind is just fucking put my graveyard back into my deck, please, and let me draw a card. It's a good card.
It's a good card, but it costs 3 mana, and that's basically why people don't play it.
Yeah, but infinite recursion if you have 2 of them.
Kind of, but at the same time, you'd rather have 2 really good cards. Like, fucking, for 1 more mana, fucking draw 2 cards. Oh, there's Doom Foretold. That's infinitely less threatening.
You think? That card's
I mean,
amazing.
I have Goose on the field, though. I can shit out a fucking thing every turn.
Until, Doom Foretold kills
Oh,
it.
no,
What are you talking
I can't.
about? Those are tokens.
Yeah, never mind. Fuck. That's fine. We just have to beat his ass. We just have to play the beat his ass game. We can do this.
For context, Doom Foretold kills 1 thing of each player's every turn, but not tokens.
Okay.
The more you know. We were talking about something?
I mean, it's still
we're
your
waiting for you. We're waiting for you. Okay, so I need to put out 4 onto that.
I do believe you're waiting on your week, Iggy.
Yes, we just said that.
See, and how have you been recently?
Huh?
How have you been recently?
I've been moderately okay.
How's work?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can play 6.
Going okay.
Fucking
Work's going okay.
do it.
How's your art?
Let's
Okay,
see.
so
I'm
here we
currently
go. This guy
working
needs a
on-
board wipe today.
I'm currently working on 3 gift art pieces at the same time at this current moment in
If this guy
time.
gets a board wipe today, he can definitely beat my ass.
Line work is not fun. I need to figure out the best way to draw
That's
stuff.
2.
But I'm
That's 3.
doing pretty okay on the
I can win
anatomy.
next turn. He's still playing Path of Exile?
Yeah.
Nice.
Over
Alright.
there.
This guy has to have a board wipe this turn or he loses.
So we've just finished Ian's week.
Nope.
Oh
Go
no,
back to
no,
him
you
later.
haven't finished my week yet.
His week hasn't even started.
Yet he's already talked about everything he will.
No, my
Oh, he
computer,
lost anyways. What the fuck am I talking?
my computer basically exploded.
Mm-hmm.
It did. Why did that?
He's upgraded to
Yeah.
the AMD
Think about it,
Master Race.
Chief.
Stop downloading so much weird shit, Ian.
Fuck you, fucking ass. Fuck you, ass for thinking.
Oh, yeah,
you thinking you're so cool.
Well, actually, I replaced my
Wild Bone Preserver is so
graphics
good.
card, my motherboard, my processor, and my power supply.
Where'd you get the
Basically,
money for that?
Motherboard, processor, power
Just from
supply.
you saving?
He has a job.
No, I know.
I have a job, and I don't spend money at
Okay,
all
so
because of
just
shit
from
like
you
this is
saving.
going to happen. I want to
Like,
be
unlike
prepared.
he doesn't have like a thing that he doesn't have a thing that constantly drains his cash.
If I happen to need to pay like $10,000 for something at some point in time, because it will eventually happen, I want to be prepared.
How's your love life?
Forever alone.
If I draw into a land, I didn't end this.
I mean, Ian, just get out there, you know? Go to class, talk to people like, hey, baby, how you doing?
Pick up a Zumba class. Women do that, I think.
Oh, no, or yoga.
Yeah, no.
Yoga's better. Everyone gets
I
all
would
hot
just break in
and sweaty
half
in those
from
weird
yoga.
positions. It's great.
I can shit out Ceratop's turn 2, which is really.
So I'm
Turn
finally
one
trying
boost.
to start on one of my comic concepts.
I'm pretty sure she's been doing that since like high school.
Can I not?
Well, yeah,
Can I not
that's
play
for that
Knights
one.
Black?
That one's been on basically indefinite hiatus because I can't think of plot stuff easily.
5 fucking seconds.
But I'm making a practice comic to work on script writing and stuff.
Hmm.
And I'm going to be starting that next year.
So
I'm
not at
working
all
on the script.
actually.
I made the cover. I showed you it.
Oh yeah, it's that space one. Fuck space. I mean, you need experience of just having a dummy one to throw away and put all your fucking bullshit into, so you figure out what works and what doesn't is a good way to do it.
Mainly, I need to figure out how to write stuff.
What is this
With
again?
words, use the notepad or your pencil.
Well, that's everything I need to say, I'm pretty
Did it?
sure. Oh,
Well, here's how you do it.
Powderoo.
Read a lot or just write a lot. One or the other.
I don't think I'd fight Amzan.
Nick, what are your New Year's resolutions? You know they're not inherently good, right?
Pro Path of Exile streamer.
Nah, dude, I don't have enough dedication for that.
Nick, but you play the game. The literal thing is just you can't. You just need to get the talking down.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but he's
pro
fucking-
as in, like, professional, as in I make money out of it. Yeah, I could do that.
All you have to do is fucking start. What is it? Just
Stream.
learn by doing.
I mean, I've streamed plenty of PoE in the past, even done some silent streams.
Because those are profitable.
Only if you do art.
Nice, Wakiorvi boy.
I'm sure.
I mean, there's at least one silent streamer I know of. fucking quiet
I'm sure
shy.
you know of them. Doesn't mean they're any good.
Why
or
would you watch them? Leyline Prowler? That's
Fucking
this is a
Etro.
weird fucking build, dude. Awesome.
Like, they communicate through the chat rather than like a microphone. It's just a different form.
What do
How
they?
popular
What do
are
they play though that they can chat reliably?
What is their worth as a human?
Obviously lower than us able-bodied people. No, not actually. I don't know. Potentially. I don't know.
What do they? I just want to know. What do they even play? That's like
Minecraft?
cool.
No, they've played Final Fantasy. Like Final Fantasy is a pretty easy one because it's an RPG.
Which Final Fantasy?
13.
So the worst one. Got it.
Excuse me, Final Fantasy 13 is the best Final Fantasy.
I'm pretty sure everyone I didn't know this until yesterday. I'm pretty sure everyone collectively thinks 13 is the worst piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm. It's the only Final Fantasy I've played, so I don't really have a
It was made on the
favorite
engine that
preference.
made 14 1.0. Which apparently was a broken fucking dead raccoon of an
I
engine.
don't know why he.
I mean, 13's definitely not a bad game. I don't know how it compares to the
I
other.
didn't say it was. I said people thought it was the worst.
I know. I don't know how it compares to the others. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you play 14, the
You
new
do
one.
play 14.
So technically, that's a lie, Nick.
Or did.
That's a big boy. I don't know if this guy's.
I'm thinking of which between
Give me
13
one.
and 14 is better.
Keeping my land.
Does 14 or 13 have cat people?
Or each
No.
trampoline. or each
Worse.
trampoline. Okay.
I mean, by that metric, sure.
Does it have as good music? Probably not. No.
Well, technically, all the Final Fantasy games have good music. I think there was
14.
only one that.
Was listening to 14 music while going through fucking Path of Exile because I want fucking nothing else to do. Shadowbringers is still just maybe the best song in the whole thing.
Yeah, when you're grinding, you need something to listen to.
14 has more higher quality fucking songs. I don't know the percentage of 14 that has.
Okay, but how much? But the gameplay better too.
No, I prefer 13's gameplay.
Oh wow.
I don't understand 13's gameplay. It looks
It's
so
too bad the story is
complex and
shit.
weird.
For 13?
Yeah.
No.
You say that as someone who's in.
Yeah.
Man, fucking programming's not that hard. You just have to fucking bippity boppity and worship the devil.
4-2.
What the fuck does programming have to do with the quality of a story?
It's something you know that no one else does. And it's like, yeah, you fucking can attest that. Maybe it's easier to do this than this.
Oh,
Or,
like that.
Hard, but fucking it's relatively easy.
Yeah.
Whereas we would look at it and be like, you're... Shut up.
Alright, well. From playing it, 13's story is not shit, so... Oh well.
I've heard it's like... I've been hearing for years that it's shit. What are you talking about?
It's
not
linear.
great.
That doesn't mean that it's shit. Like, people, most of the time when they bring that up, they fucking bring up the fact that it's linear. Unlike the other Final Fantasy games.
No, I've just heard Lightning is the worst.
Lightning?
Yeah. The pink-haired chick.
No,
Lightning.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't think she's a bad character.
Oh,
I
there's a
heard
sleepy
you.
dog girl.
Chonker is here.
I would think Lightning's
Hey,
the...
good snoozy boy. Wait. I'm laying on my fucking pillow.
Lightning's one note, I guess.
I've heard 13 is shit, and I'm willing to believe it because I played 13.
All of it?
And I think so. It was a long time ago on the 360.
I know you got to disc 2 at least, but I don't remember where in disc 2.
I think the start of this too. I played it, realized I have no actual clue or care for what's going on. People have been talking about, like, I don't even know what end of the world. And there's, like, crystal and shit, and that's all I know.
Let's see if I'll see fucking... Yeah.
Okay.
They all have stupid names, too.
I will not dispute
It also
that.
is explicitly not tactics.
There's no point.
I mean, the only game that is Tactics is Tactics.
Well, Tactics, War of the Lion,
That's
fucking
Tactics.
Bravely Default.
That's not Tactics.
It's not. It's kind of like it, though,
I mean, probably.
in some respects. No worse, come to think of it.
Oh, fucking, they announced Bravely Default 2.
Wasn't that a thing like years ago?
Not Bravely Second End Layer, Bravely Default 2.
Okay.
They could have called it Bravely Third or something like that, but...
Yeah, because that would have been very smart.
I mean, if they want to keep the naming scheme, like Bravely Default, Bravely Second, Bravely Third, fucking...
Wow, he's taking it all to his face.
Fucking Bravely Second End Layer...
What the fuck do you mean, Bravely Default? The default is not one.
No, the Bravely Second naming scheme, like going for Bravely Second to Bravely Third.
Well, it's not a scheme.
I mean, it would be a scheme if they went with that.
You can't assume it's a scheme from one and say, you know, that.
I mean, I'm saying that if they continued that, then it would be a scheme.
He only has 2 mana left, though, so he'd like hit.
I know what you're saying, and I'm saying you're wrong.
But anyway, fucking Bravely Second's a direct sequel to Bravely Default, while Bravely Default 2 is gonna have new characters instead of like.
So it's a sequel.
Yeah, it's a. I mean, Bravely Second's also a sequel, but fucking.
I get matched against Esper and then fucking Abzan bullshit.
They can call it whatever the fuck they want, I guess.
The fuck is Abzan?
White, black, and green.
Oh.
But it was like weird. It's like he tried to play this weird sort of life game thing where I guess his main striker was Deathless Knight, and then the Orzhov, the white and black part was supposed to give him life to pull it just that way he could shit out Deathless Knight every turn.
Also to play it, yeah.
Yeah, but then I got Nissa.
Yeah, Deathless Knight's a great fucking anti-control card, but board presence.
But free board presence thanks to Nissa. Also, then I also had Leyline of a pump up my lands to make them bigger. Aha, my lands are now big. Now you die.
Big lands.
But did you play Nissa turn 2 like everyone else?
No.
Then what was even the point?
It's when you're at
It's now just only a moderately stupidly designed card instead of a brokenly one.
Fucking 5 mana for fucking 5 mana for doubled mana.
Why?
Also, you can fucking refund 2 of it.
Why do they have vigilance of all things?
three vigilant.
Why vigilance? Just to be sure that she can fucking attack and then tap for mana.
Attack, defend, and then tap for mana. Because fuck you.
Oh my god. Some rares are just rarer than other. This
Then our
inequality
-8
must go.
shits out all the lands in the deck and makes them invincible. If you let it get to that point, you deserve to lose.
Yeah, if you let it get to turn 3, you deserve to lose.
Okay, that doesn't always happen. Oh man, I've never been able to shit out Nissa. What the fuck? How do you even shit out Nissa turn 2?
Turn 2, I don't know if it's possible. Turn 3, it's definitely possible.
I mean, turn 3 is definitely possible. You've played 3 lands, and your first 2 turns you shit out 2 mana dorks. Yeah, of course, it's turn 3's possible.
Green is a balanced and well thought out archetype, and they're totally not being held at gunpoint by a fucking green monster to make green the best.
The Green Knight is actually chilling at Wizards of the Coast headquarters.
Yep, just waiting to cut off their heads.
Make green shit. It's what chief.
Worse, they're holding their money hostage.
Make green great again.
It's been great for like the last 5 years, evidently. With like 0 stopping. It's only ramping up.
I like how like fucking suspended cards in Historic. That's the greedy. I'm not gonna outright ban these cards that were problems in Standard, but we'll see what happens.
I'm so fucking hungry.
Go get food.
I could go get food, but I'm
Get
playing
food.
Path of Exile.
I mean, there is a
Go get
pause
food.
button, you know.
No, there
Yeah.
isn't.
I mean, it's called the portal scroll.
That's not a pause button, you schmuck.
It's close enough.
Is it? Because I'm saying it's not. No.
I mean, it's the closest you're gonna fucking get.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, you could potentially argue that exit to character
And I will.
selection is a better pause screen.
So you've proven yourself wrong.
I said you could argue it. Are you going to argue it?
Well, you said it was the best I could get, so the fact that there's even an argument to be made means you're wrong.
Just because you can argue about something doesn't mean the initial proposition is
suck.
wrong.
You were a loser.
No, you're wrong, I win. Blah.
That's not how wrong works.
That's how arguments work.
Fucking, if I tell you 1 + 1 = 2,
I'll tell you it's relative because our perception of math is bullshit.
right, so you're arguing about it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that
Blah,
1
blah,
+ 1
blah,
= 2 is wrong.
Blah, 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 blah. Am I doing it right? Yes, I am. Because it's me.
Oh, I'm saying you're not.
Well, I mean, you don't exist, so fuck you.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
why
The metaphysical
you don't
bullshit's
exist.
so good. I love it.
I love that so much.
Whenever you lose in an argument,
I'm not even losing is the thing. I can just say it because it's
whenever
right.
you want to shut down an argument. I mean, none of this matters ananyway. That's basically
None
what
of
it
it.
boils down to.
It doesn't exist. Fuck everything.
Yeah, the world is just an
But
imaginary
hey,
construct.
if we assume that it does matter.
Oh, then everything's fucked.
Yeah.
There's no way the world exists. Have you looked at it recently?
Dude,
Also a
it's been
fair point.
hilarious. I love it.
Existentialism's a fucking great pastime.
Mhm. So, how do they actually fucking calculate your hours for your job? Icky.
Oh, you see, fucking multiple people here have jobs, so I just assumed you were talking to
No,
Ian.
that's why I said Icky.
I clock in and I clock out. It's a new, relatively cutting edge shit.
I mean,
It keeps track of hours like down to like the second. It's quite crazy.
I guess there's an implicit amount of trust that they give to you.
Well, my fucking dad oversees it, so like, hey, I submit my time card. It gets approved.
What do you mean he oversees it?
Fucking, I work under my dad. He does the things. He's in a more managerial boss type position. Not gonna say for fucking what, but he does.
Oh my god! You work at a nuclear power plant
No,
for the NSA?
that implies to do anything. We use a bioreactor, and it's run purely on babies.
Hmm.
Is
Quagsar must love it
Quagsar
there.
the CEO?
Who must love it there? Oh, fuck, never mind. That's like saying this is a reactor that runs on tacos, so fucking Nick must love it there.
I don't like
You don't
tacos.
get to eat the tacos. Why do you continue to be the worst thing possible?
What?
What's wrong with you?
Everything. We've established this before.
You don't get to just fucking get out of the conversation with that anymore.
But you're allowed to get out of... Oh, that is interesting.
Yes, because I fucking say you don't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, if everything's wrong with me, then that's already... The conversation's just done at that point.
I know, it's
I mean,
fucking
you could argue the degree to which everything's wrong with me.
everything.
Everything.
I listened back to the podcast. We misspeak a lot.
Yeah, no shit.
People should enunciate their bullshit.
If we
By the way, it's mostly me that misspeaks. Yeah. It's mostly me that misspeaks.
He speaks.
It's probably because I talk more. Talk more shit, Ian. For my subjective viewing, because I don't actually watch most of all the podcasts.
Like, I would be the highest percentage, but Iggy would be the second highest percentage of talking on the podcast.
Yeah, but you don't exist, so how does that factor in?
Assuming that we all exist, and we fucking can actually argue this. Like, fucking, if nothing exists, then the quality of everything is subjective, and therefore
What does that affect the quality of anything?
What? If nothing exists, then you can argue for things that are not there. If you can argue for things that are not there, then you can argue for the quality of things based on
misspeaking.
Factors that don't exist. If you can argue for the quality of things based on factors that don't exist, then you can also argue for the disquality of things, and therefore everything's fucked.
I literally stopped listening to you because you started talking weird shit.
Yeah.
It's Nick, what do you expect?
Hey, I'm an 8.
Yeah. Do you have all the passives, though?
What are you talking about?
Have you done all the side quests for the passives, though?
Yeah. Even the respecs, because I'm going to need them.
Have you swapped over to a different skill yet, or no?
I'm doing that as soon as I get Tabula.
Okay. You should probably level the main skill that you're going to use, and then you're off.
I would, but I have no room and I don't care.
Okay. It's just that when you eventually do use it, it's going to be fucking...
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah. Pretty poor. Though, attacks don't have as much scaling as spells, so it's probably going to be better, but still worse. The reference for this is that spells get a lot more base damage off of leveling than attacks do, so the difference between a level 1 and a level 20 attack is much smaller than the difference between a level 1 and a level 20 spell. The levels matter less on attack skills, basically. You're really not going to continue your week, are you?
I've been playing some VR shit.
Nice.
I woke up like 3 days ago, I think, and saw Boneworks came out, which is a highly anticipated fucking VR game I didn't know much of anything about. But it was positively reviewed, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it. It's only like $30. Bought it, and yeah, pretty good. It's actually very impressive. It's a highly physics-based VR game, which is to say shit moves around when you touch it, and your body has collision. As best one can, one doesn't have an actual body, which is fairly impressive. It is really cool. There's nothing quite like fucking physically climbing shit in a virtual space, which has just the littlest bit of dissonance and fucking believability at the same time, which makes no sense. It's also scary as fuck, because for some reason, they decided to add in fucking robotic head crabs which jump for your fucking face. How do you think that goes? Thanks,
wonderfully,
game.
I assume.
Doesn't go great. But yeah, it's interesting. It's fun to play it for several hours at a time and coming out of the fucking VR looking like a fucking raccoon and feeling sick as fuck. But it's great. That's fun. I bought Noita.
Yay! How do you like that?
It's okay. It's not what I expected it would be. But it's okay. I think there are some serious flaws with the initial design of the game that are fixed with mods.
What flaws, to be specific?
The inability to edit your spells anywhere is the worst fucking shit.
It's fairly annoying, but there is a perk to get that.
There's a perk for it. So I said, fuck it, and install the mod that just gives you that perk from the get-go. Because why the fuck? I thought the starting loadout was fairly underpowered and fairly boring, so I fucking installed the mod to fucking...
There's also daily mode.
Yeah, but fuck it. And then I downloaded a reskin to make it Megamine, and everything was just better.
There's a skin for Megamine?
Yeah, you can play as Megamine. It's great. And she has a fucking Megamine staff. and the spell is you can use it once, and it's like an overpowered explosion that will more than likely kill you. It's great. I don't understand Noita exactly. Like, I've still yet to understand how to play it. Like, is it get down the floors as fast as possible? Is it fucking...
There's a final boss.
I know that exists because I saw a video once, like, weeks ago, maybe months ago.
I have not seen the final boss.
But I'm not sure whether it's like explore each level in depth to get the most money in fucking wands, or literally just fucking...
Well, you obviously need the most powerful weapon to kill it.
Yeah, but you don't get more powerful weapons until you're like 3 or 4 floors down. But at the same time,
well, actually, if you're able to get back to the surface, if you beat the boss in the pyramid, which is towards the right past the mountain.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, you know how the starting thing you're stuck between a mountain and a giant tree to your left?
No, because the overworld is randomly generated.
No, the overworld isn't.
It's at least the starting position is.
Okay, when you first spawn in Noita, you spawn in right before a cave entrance, yes?
Yeah, I mean that's consistent.
Yeah. There's
Everything else not really.
There's more to the world beyond the mountain and the tree to the left.
I have gotten above this shit. Like, I got fucking... I think I just fucking...
The overworld is full of so many secrets.
Okay. Probably that stupid fucking... I don't even remember what they're called. I went down really deep once and found some fucking bullshit... I don't remember what it was called. It was like a bauble or a bubble or some shit. It was a circle with a spell in it, and there was some green fucking shit. Green, like, text thing. Evidently, there are more of them. Evidently, I think all they do is make the boss harder. So that.
Oh yeah, the knowledge orbs. Yeah, I heard that they make the final boss stronger.
Which doesn't matter because I've never even seen it.
Same here.
But fucking... Yeah, there's a lot of gripes I have with the game that are fixed by mods, so it's a fine enough game. It's gonna, sit there as another roguelike that I'll play occasionally, like Catacomb Kids.
Mm.
But the starting loadout is such ass. Here's a little pew-pew shit. It's good for, like, one enemy that has 6 health. Beyond that, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. But fun fact, when you get to... There's actually a fairly good way to make it slightly better earlier on. Like, if you don't get any good wands, you can actually take the spark bolt and put it onto your bomb wand, and it'll basically be a rapid-fire machine gun.
Another thing, I don't understand the difference between wands and spells. I honestly don't know how the spell making works.
Okay, it goes from left to right. Okay, it depends on the wand.
Like, I get in theory how it works, but in practice, it's like, I don't fucking get it, and I don't really mess with it. I just pick up wands.
Order matters.
I'm not going to learn this right now. But fucking, I just pick up shit and use it. I don't really fuck with the spell making as much as, like, that's the point. It's okay.
Fun fact, you can get the shotgun projectile.
I don't know what that is.
You know the guys who shoot shotguns at you?
No.
They have okay, there's the guys that throw bombs. Okay, in the first level, there's the guy with shotguns and the guy with,
I know the guys who throw bombs. I know the sniper dudes. I don't know what a shotgun is in this world.
They shoot 3 projectiles at once.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's almost impossible, but okay. But yeah,
there are snipers and there are bomb throws. That's all I know. Also, the game is really fucking hard because fucking everything fucking leaves behind something that hurts you. Whether it's fucking poison, acid, or some... I don't know what that is in the ice world, but there's just vapors that come up that hurt you. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's freezing gas.
Because of course it is.
Oh yeah, I did the random run thing, and I actually got a Healthium flask, which is actually super, super rare.
Yeah,
you can make it with alchemy, but well, the thing with Healthium and by extension the Midas potion, their recipes are randomly generated each run.
I hate that. That's dumb. But at the same time, I guess it really doesn't matter. I don't even know how alchemy works. I need to rewatch that video.
You just have to throw shit together and see if it works.
I tried that. I threw a bunch of shit together. Nothing actually changes. Which means I'm not throwing the right shit together, or there's a step I'm missing. I don't actually care to learn.
You basically just throw random shit together and hope it works.
Yeah, then I don't know.
Like, you actually do need meat as an ingredient for some recipes. You need, like, swamp water for some.
Yeah, I've never seen swamp water, so fuck it.
Yeah, that's deep. It's basically impossible.
You can evidently be good at this game, and I could see potentially how, but fucking, it's so very random.
And getting the extra health ups are actually quite difficult because they don't shine like everything else.
So that exists. It's an okay game. Good enough. I played Frostpunk.
That's a good game.
I don't think it's a good game. I didn't play a lot of Frostpunk. I played like 2 hours of Frostpunk and just didn't like it. Mainly because that is a game. Usually in games, they have it so, like even in games of a similar type of Frostpunk, like it's by the same people who did This War of Mine, I think.
Yeah.
And it has a similar atmosphere, but at least in This War of Mine, it doesn't gut punch you for the first 30 minutes, which I only got like the first 30 minutes in because I've restarted like 6 times because I kept making mistakes. But fucking that game is oppressive as shit. You start the game and literally it's just like failures keep piling on. I don't want to say failures, actually. Just like problems keep piling on. And it's like, oh, you could have done better. Something up, mistake. It's not great. I've never played a game in which it actively feels like you're making the wrong decision so many times so quickly. So I didn't see that getting better, so I just stopped playing. Plus, I'd rather just play This War of Mine. It's a tighter package, I think. I played a weird crafting survival game known as the Solus Project, purely because it was free for me, and it was VR, and that was a mistake. It's a game about going. It's like the plot line of Subnautica, in which you're on a crashed spaceship and you drop down to an alien planet, but it's not water. It's fucking horrible, is what it is. It's
Acid?
a fucking. It's no, it's not even like water based. It's just like, oh, you're on this fucking red planet, fucking go around, do whatever, and that's fine. I went to sleep once and woke up, and there was a fucking tornado, so that was terrifying in VR. But the meat and potatoes of this game apparently is spelunking, which fucking sucks in VR. Not like it sucks because it doesn't work, but it sucks because it's scary as shit. Have you ever gone down to a deep cave in which the objective is follow the fucking weird alien sounds? It's not great.
Sounds perfect.
What really you would think to be like a fucking 5-minute thing went into like an hour-long expedition of spelunking down this fucking cave, in which fucking every other thing is like making weird shitty noises and scaring me. After I finished that, I fucking took my headset off, realized that was the worst thing I've done in like weeks, and uninstalled that game. 10 out of 10 would do again. But been playing Warhammer because that's fun. The usual shit: Magic, Tarkov, etc. Halo.
And now Path of Exile.
Didn't really watch much of Konosuba because I've already know what Konosuba is. I didn't watch the movie.
I mean, yeah. I didn't either because it's in shit quality. The rips anyway.
Yep.
Did you watch the OVAs though?
Probably not. No.
Oh.
Been playing Metal Gear 2 because I want to play all the Metal Gears. It's still an impressive series for how much detail they put in shit. That's about it. Probably not. But I can't remember anything else at the moment.
So that's the end of your week?
Sure, let's say that.
Nice.
Played games with Mega.
Mm-hmm.
Played Fighters.
He still lives.
Yeah. He was going to be here today, wasn't he?
No, 28th. That is why fucking So, Mega said that he will make time to be here on the 28th since that's the last podcast of the year. And there will be trivia! So, make sure you...
It's shitty trivia, by the way, in case you were worried.
Make sure you do your homework and go through the podcasts from this year.
We aren't going to have to remember specific podcast numbers, are we?
No, not specific podcast
60% of his questions were either worded wrong or wrong.
Or made so that only Nick can answer them.
I fucking asked Iggy and Mega some questions.
He threw out, and he gave us throw-out questions, and they were shit.
Yeah. Specifically because those were the throw-out
They
questions.
were also almost all fucking concerning something around me. So, you know. That's a good sign.
I mean, whose week was done by proxy?
Several people.
Then name one of them.
The name one, though?
Name one of the people that had their week done by proxy.
Chris and Ian. Or not Chris. Fucking...
Mega.
Mega and Ian.
Yeah.
What fucks up with Mega? He's dead.
No, he still lives. We played
Fighters with him a few days ago.
Yeah. For some reason, his connection through Steam Play is much better. Yeah. Like, he literally had no frame drops or anything.
Meanwhile, Nick.
Hi.
Dropping shit like a fool.
Mm-hmm. Fucking stutters, 1.5 seconds. That was fun. I still beat him, though, which is concerning.
Is it concerning? Are you actually concerned?
I'm concerned with his skill, considering he had a perfect connection. Yes?
I mean, he's a platform guy, though.
And you both just auto-comboed, so...
Yeah, but I somehow auto-comboed better than him, despite the lag.
Well, you took my advice and you pressed right trigger. He didn't.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, it's almost 11. Gonna have to end it soon.
I mean, you're gonna have to...
Well, end it soon for me.
Yeah. Fucking... Let's get the recommendations for next podcast done, then.
Oh, what? Google's been... Or not... Well, technically Google. It's been relentlessly fucking recommending me fucking JoJo music for some fucking reason. Golden Wind.
Yeah, buddy.
Here's the thing. Golden Wind's a shit song. Fucking, it has... People have been telling me it's a good song. I listened to it. It's not a good song. However, it has fucking good parts in it, which everyone else uses, and that's why I keep hearing it in places. There are good parts of that song, but overall, it's a shit song.
Wait, are you talking about Kazoni? Like, give me a link to the Golden Wind song that you're talking about.
I think it's...
Is it
Jornio's theme?
Il Vento d'Oro?
I don't fucking know.
Fucking, just give me a link.
It's the character's theme, and it says fucking... Specifically, there's a part in which the song breaks down into a piano and violin thing.
Okay, yeah, that's Il Vento
d'Oro. JoJo and Golden Wind, respectively.
Yeah.
That is the only good part of that song. It is a really good part, and it's a part that people take and remix into better songs. The song as itself is not that great.
I mean,
I don't know why, though, Google decided, fucking, this is what we're sending you for like a week straight.
Most of that song is just build up to that eventual piano.
Yep.
So I can understand why you would...
But the rock part, though.
I like the rock part.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah, fucking JoJo, though.
I'm sure you would like the fucking anal drippings of anything JoJo, though, so really what
depends on the context surrounding those anal drippings. Like, is it from the blood from their asshole getting blasted out? Then I'd probably like it, sure.
This is what I mean. Anyway. Just that.
Mm-hmm.
That and Smash, but I ignore the Smash.
I mean, obviously. You think it's an inferior fighting game?
It is. I don't think. I know.
Game. Mr. Sakurai is gonna do his final fucking direct for Ultimate on the 15th.
No, he's stopping. Until he won't.
For Ultimate, anyway.
Is Sakurai retiring?
Yeah, again.
Don't know. Like, he said that this is... They announced that this will be the final direct for Ultimate. So...
Oh.
That doesn't necessarily mean that he's done with Smash altogether, but at this point...
Didn't he say he's never doing another Smash ever with a cherry on top this time?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he said that after fucking Brawl. As well as 4.
I forgot Smash 4 existed.
But he saw how badly they did things, so he was like, okay, step aside, I'm taking control.
What? No, he's always been in control.
Exactly.
Presumably, anyway. But, I mean, after 5 games of Smash, going from fucking 94? Was that when the original Smash released?
Who knows?
I'm looking it up.
Google? Most enthusiasts? I thought it was 96 personally, but whatever.
99, actually.
Hey, I was close.
So, fucking... He spent 20 years on Smash. I mean, obviously there was some Kirby in between there and whatnot, but...
What a disappointment.
20 years on Smash, you probably want to move on to a
Could have
different
done anything else more life enriching.
Hey, we could do anime recommendations now to let Ian get a recommendation in.
We could.
Yeah.
My recommendation is Heavy Object.
How heavy is it?
Well, it can survive a nuke, so...
Who won? Nick won last time, right?
I did win last time with Konosuba.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick doesn't need to recommend anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure out what I'm going to recommend.
So yes, the synopsis for Heavy Object, while I grab a picture for it...
I already
In
put
the
a picture.
future...
He already did, because Nick's a fucking asshole
Okay.
to do their things.
In the future, warfare has been revolutionized by the invention of mechanical weapons known as objects. These objects are overwhelmingly powerful, rendering traditional weapons like guns, tanks, and fighter jets completely useless. And that's basically what Google tells me. But basically, the whole premise of the anime is, this one engineering kid starts just taking them down using his mechanical knowledge of how objects works. And basically, war gets changed again.
But war never changes.
It is 24 episodes and by JC Staff, who have done things like
J.G. Wentworth?
JC,
877 cash now?
as in J as in Jackson, C as in cunt. JC Staff.
877 cash now?
They've done things like Metal Fighter Miku, Revolutionary Girl Utena, Kadekano.
You know what, Nick? I'm restricting this. If we're never, that's what it takes with you, doesn't it?
What?
Get 5. 5 maximum.
5? Okay, that was
5
3?
maximum.
So, Shakugan no Shana, and then Familiar 0.
Is Chris here, by the way?
Probably not.
Ta-da!
He's here. So, Chris, what are you recommending?
Figuring that out.
Yep.
I think I have an idea. Just gotta fucking find it. The hell? Air. Eden of the East.
Nice.
I don't know what this show's about, actually.
You don't remember?
I know, I've watched all of it. I don't fucking remember. Well, minus the movies, anyway. I watched this series, specifically this one fucking 11-episode anime? The fuck? But yeah. What the fuck's it about?
Okay, so it's about this dude who wakes up...
You know what? Synopsis.
Fine.
Because you trying to explain anything I just remembered is probably not great.
Yep.
Pan was hit by missile strikes, a terrorist act that fortunately did not harm anyone, being known as the Careless Monday. The college student Saki, whatever the fuck, his life has changed when he finds himself saved from an unexpected trouble by some dude. Wait, haven't we recommended this shit before?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Where the ghost penis is from?
What?
There was an image. I don't remember what.
I remember what you're talking about.
I just don't remember what it is.
But yeah, I've recommended it twice before.
I don't care to finish this. It's a good show. I remember fucking watch this. I don't remember why. I just remember it's a good show. Don't even fucking... Yeah.
Okay, so there are 2 movies? 3 movies.
That's mainly why I want to watch this. I want to rewatch the series and then fucking actually watch the movies. Because evidently they continue the plot line.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They really do.
So that.
The main series is 11 episodes, and then there's the 3 movies.
What the fuck?
What?
I went and tried.
I think he died.
I don't think this is representative of anything.
It seems familiar.
I don't know. I don't think that's right.
I don't know.
But it's like one of the first images that pops up.
I mean, they censor his penis fucking when he's out in front of the White House. So that might be what you're thinking of. I think like that's what I'm thinking of, at least.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's by Production IG, who have done things like Kurako no Basuke, Robotics Notes,
2,
Psychopaths,
3,
Ghost in the Shell,
4.
And...
Don't cherry pick it.
FLCL.
Doesn't he also have like a phone with like a shit ton of money on it for some reason?
Yeah. All of the contestants were given... I forget if it was $1 million or $1 billion. I think it was $1 million.
Says... Weird random details are coming back and none of them mesh together. I just remember it being a good show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now all that's left is Kurisu.
Fuck.
All eyes on you.
Yes, all 6 of them.
I'll give you a reprieve. Hey Nick, did you farm a fucking tabula?
I farmed 3 of the humility cards, but then the level fucking nerf kicks in. Like
I've heard that vanity is actually better to farm.
Vanity?
The corrupted version.
Where does that drop?
Supposedly Act 9 in Vol side areas, but you can just keep reloading instances for Vol side areas in one place, and or use the map device with fragments. Evidently, it's fairly consistent.
I mean, the point of getting the tabula is to be able to... Or the point of farming Blood Aqueduct is to fucking first get to a high enough level so that way you can do everything as a breeze for like the last Act 9 and 10, since there's typically a difficulty spike there. As well as fucking get the tabula so that way your damage will maintain through
Yeah,
mapping.
but vanity gives you a guaranteed corrupted implicit tabula.
No, I know, but you're saying that you can like if you farm it in a Vol side area in Act 9, that's fine. But if you farm it in the fucking mapping, then that kind of defeats the purpose of getting the tabula.
Farm it in the map.
Like from the map device for the fragments. As you said, that was an option.
I'm so fucking like, what?
You said that you could either farm the divination card in a Vol side area,
or a fucking Vol side area, because that's what the map device.
But you can only start using the map device after you finish Act 10.
Oh yeah, it's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No, you just reset. Evidently, I think in like the tunnels or some shit, you can just reset the instance, and like from the starting position, you can see the Vol side area.
Yeah.
So that's how you do it.
You can get You can efficiently farm a Valside area in a lot of the time.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Because fuck, Warlings and I mean they work, but fuck.
I mean, especially for attacks.
Are we gonna?
Well, waiting on. I'm waiting on Chris. I was just giving him a fucking window to find something.
Yeah.
I can't find it. Fucking, we'll just go with Evangelion because that's nice.
Hey, there it is. So your choices are Evangelion and.
You see, that's a controversial fucking pick in my mind because Evangelion is something I want to watch. I just don't want to watch it right now.
Nice.
So that's gonna be fun.
Hey, man. Nothing says you have to vote for it. Doesn't matter.
I mean, it's either Evangelion or Heavy Objects. Those are his options.
Need options.
One of which.
Yeah, but if he votes for Heavy Object, then he doesn't have Evangelion.
Mm-hmm. However, it's possible that he has to watch it anyway. Anyway, Evangelion is 26 episodes. Then there's also the movies.
Okay, but like, wait.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Which Evangelion?
Okay, so we're talking original Evangelion, not the movies. Though
Yeah.
I would probably watch the movies as well.
I mean, the movies don't really.
But fucking. So the original Evangelion, no editing or whatever, or no special whatever fucking edition, is 26 episodes, alright? That is the one that we will be watching. The movies exist.
It's Chris's fucking one. How do you know?
What the fuck do you... Chris, are you
I mean,
recommending...
we're just gonna go ahead and do the original released anime. We're not in the fucking rebuilds or the films. You can watch them if you want to. You can watch them if you want to, but I feel like doing is a bit of an overstep because those are literally just fucking hour-long movies.
I thought they were an hour and a half.
I don't know. There's 3 of them. They're all at least an hour long, and they're technically not even done because there's another coming.
Oh yeah, fucking was it 3?
3 plus 1.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So they're technically not even done. So it's like, that's it. They're not done, so we can't do the reboot.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, it is by Studio Gainax, who have done things like His and Her
All the things you've all heard of before.
Yep.
This Ugly Yet Beautiful World, Gurren Lagann,
2,
Corpse Princess,
3,
and Panting and Stocking with Garter Belt.
4.
I said His and Her Companions as well.
No, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, that would be 5.
I don't know if you're here for that, Chris, but there's a new fucking sanction on Nick.
Why?
Because he keeps fucking talking, like, he'll go through the entire list of a fucking studio.
I
They're just setting
talk
you
about the
blind.
ones that I recognize, okay?
Yes, but you're a loser with no life, so you go through the whole list.
Shit. But yes, the options today are Heavy Object, Eden of the East, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. For reference sake, Eden of the East has been recommended 2 times before.
Is that for reference? For whose reference and what?
Because all of these have been recommended before.
Cool.
So yeah, Eden of the East has been
But
recommended.
for what reference? What does this improve?
Just as a generic, hey, all of these seasons have been recommended before. I wonder...
What does that matter?
I don't know. It might matter. Might not.
It doesn't. You just want to spout statistics.
Maybe. Alright. Eden of the East has been recommended twice by me. Heavy Object has been recommended 4 times before by Ian. And then Evangelion has been recommended twice before, both by me.
Uh-huh.
I thought about recommending it.
Didn't have anything else to recommend?
No, it's a show I genuinely do want to watch.
Cool.
It's just a matter of, do you want to not watch Evangelion, or do you want to fucking...
What? Okay, anyway, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'm ready.
Nick be about to flip a coin. Make sure we don't hear it, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, because hearing which side the coin lands on would be really problematic.
Let's see if you can actually hear the coin being flipped, though. Fucking, where's a quarter? There's a quarter.
Well, fucking Mr. Fancy over here using quarters.
I can use a penny if you want.
Oh, Mr. fucking...
Now use a dime.
Alright, I'll use a dime. Fucking...
They're smaller and more likely to be lost.
Alright, I got a dime. Alright, so... Heads is Evangelion. Tails is Eden of the East. If it lands on its side, that's heavy object.
Wow.
What? No.
What? No!
I don't have a three-sided coin. I mean, I do have a three-sided coin. I mean, yeah.
The thing is, there's two that he'd rather watch.
Roll a six-sided die and just make
roll a.
Okay, so he rolls a six-sided die. Odds are Eden of the East. Evens are Evangelion. If it lands on a point, he chooses heavy object.
Oh yeah, it works.
No. 1 and 6 is one. 2 and 4 is another one, and 3. Wait.
Why so convoluted?
Roll a
Because
D1.
Have you tried Ian? Have you tried standing still so no one can see you?
The opposite sides of a die equal to 7.
I don't get that one. Nick,
but Ian, you said 2 and 4. That adds up to 6.
I meant 2 and 5.
Oh my god.
Fucking.
If he rolls a d20 and gets a 20, he has to put in his own ad.
Anyway.
Roll a D1 and just pick what you want. Fuck's sake.
Anyway, heads is Eden of the East. Tails is Evangelion.
I just want to know if we can hear it. I don't know what
heavy objects.
Dime, because there's no one going to hear the dime. It's small as shit. Why did we go to the dime? The corner was
you said to go to the dime.
Shut up about my poor decisions.
I can go back to the fucking corner if you want.
Oh, you know what? You should flip all of them, but not tell us which one matters.
All right, sure. Fucking, I got a drawer full of pennies, so I'll just flip the drawer. Fucking.
No, but like, I want every single bit of change.
Flip your house.
Penny, dime, nickel, quarter, and if you have a 50-cent coin, use that. Also, there's dollar coins. Maybe you have one of those too. I don't know.
I do not have those. I'm gathering all the pennies in my drawer. Hang on.
You don't need all the pennies. I just wanted you to do all of the.
Oh, just one of each type?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that was kind of the idea. But you can do as many pennies as fucking why not?
All right, I'll get all the pennies then.
Wow.
Awesome, Chief. Let's go.
Yeah.
And do we fucking play Halo?
You didn't talk about how grunts are like shooting at you the whole time?
Nah, I'm gonna play SWAT.
SWAT's good.
Like SWAT's great.
I typically default to SWAT.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do I have so many pennies?
Nice, simple, and I don't have to learn. There's a sort of bit of learning a map, but it's not like, cool, this guy has the rocket launcher, that's fun.
Unless he headshots.
Or this guy has the sword. It's okay. I didn't see him and didn't headshot him. That's it.
And that just turns into fucking what's it? Oh, I didn't see them spawn behind me as I was trying to.
Yeah, that can happen. Some maps are not great. Some maps are less cool. But generally, I feel I like SWAT better than the other game modes.
I just want 3 to release. I want 3 content, which isn't gonna happen for a while because I have to get through fucking 1 and 2. Both which
are they really doing it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have any idea as to when?
One's pretty fun. 2's the one I'm least familiar with. But 3 is pretty great. And then there's 4. 4 exists.
I just want to play on Valhalla. Valhalla and like what was that map called? Fuck. Halo 3 map's just good.
Oh,
all that nostalgia fucking talking through those goggles. but still. Upheaval? Why did it be called upheaval?
Nick, let us know when you're flipping the coins. 'Cause it's kind of.
I'm still gathering them. Hang on.
Okay, Nick, now take all those coins and only flip one of them.
I'm not even finished gathering all of them. Hang on.
Did I stutter?
You
Yeah,
said take
to him you
all
did.
of them.
I said
haven't
now
Hurry up,
take
I want
all
to
of
sleep.
them and fucking flip only one of them.
Yes.
Listen,
but
your
I
problem
have to
are not
have
mine.
all
And then
of
tell
them.
us the amount of money you have.
In pennies.
Also, count it out as you're flipping him.
All right, I'll start flipping them. Fucking.
And then
one,
go to the corner store and buy something with them before you
Two.
tell us the results.
I can hear that.
Three.
Why is that so?
4.
Are you flipping it deliberately near the mic?
You know, fucking flipping all
5.
these coins and then just picking one is just
6.
picking whatever you want, right?
You said to flip all of them. 7.
I said to flip one of them.
8. No, Chris said to flip all of them. 9.
I know, it's the
10.
fucking flawed system.
11.
Who cares
12.
about flaws? Do what you want.
13.
Yeah, do what you want as I tell you what to do.
14. 15. 16.
Well, my fault.
17.
Nick's a bitch.
18.
Fucking glutton for
19.
punishment over here does whatever.
20. 21.
God damn, Nick.
22.
I appreciate this dedication.
23.
I don't.
24.
I want
How
to
many
sleep.
games do you have?
26. 27. 28. 29.
Christ.
30. I told you I had a drawer full of them. 31.
Shoulder armor.
32.
Nick, I
12,
want to sleep.
33.
I want this
37,
fucking
34,
birthday party.
45,
Pretty badass.
35.
18.
36.
You said 35 twice, you idiot.
37. What? I need to start over then. Damn it.
Oh fuck! You have to start over.
Oh,
No.
damn it. Ah.
You got fucked up hard.
I want to sleep.
Now just
Yeah,
flip
man, that's not
one.
my problem.
I mean, you've already given your. Oh wait, no, you haven't voted yet. Actually.
He hasn't
Yeah.
voted.
I
We're
have
literally
We're
waited
waiting
for
on
this.
you.
I mean, I'm still gonna have to go to the corner store to fucking spend them. That's gonna take
What?
like 30
What
minutes.
part of this? What part of this involves you going to the store?
No, fucking,
I told him to.
Yeah,
Remember?
no,
Because
he
he
did.
does whatever.
That's gonna take like 30 minutes.
God, I hate it.
Like, can I just buy like a candy bar from the vending machine downstairs?
Do you have enough for them?
Probably.
They got all
Don't
these
take
pennies?
pennies.
Holy shit!
I
Doesn't
don't think
even
vending
accept
machines
pennies.
take pennies.
I
Yeah,
don't.
that's what I'm
the thing,
saying.
I
right?
don't. I mean, I can cash myself out. Like I have $1 at least, so I can.
You know what else you can do?
What?
Pick a fucking show.
I have to do this first, though.
Joke
You
over.
fucking cunt.
No,
Anyway.
joke over.
Nick, you know what? You know what? We'll give you a bit of reprieve. You have to do the rest of the podcast.
Okay.
I'm fucking
The
done.
rest of the podcast to accomplish your tasks.
Wait, but this was all to fucking pick a pot. This was all to pick an anime.
Yes, just pick a fucking show.
Please,
but
just
it
do
was
it.
all to fuck.
Nick,
Ah.
just fucking...
Nick, I said flip a coin, and then don't tell us which coin you decided was the coin flip that decided it. Now fucking do it.
All right, fucking.
We still have to flip all those coins, though. Holy shit! Nick, how are you supposed to know which coin you chose when you just dumped it?
He just gets to pick anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. He's
Shit,
just
you're right.
picking a show.
I lost
No, it
track.
does, because he's gonna be like, "This is the coin that matters," and then he.
It doesn't matter if he picks or doesn't. We all picked the show we wanted.
Yeah, but he has to flip the coin for his.
I lost track of it. Damn it. Hang on, let me grab them again.
Fucking
Just
idiot.
fucking pick a show. Fuck's sake.
Just do it.
Grabbing the coin, okay?
Fucking SWAT of.
Alright.
Wow, died.
I'm back.
High ground's pretty good.
It's really difficult to grab like a handful of fucking coins out of
I'm
the
a fucking leave.
drawer. Yeah, fucking. Alright, hang on. Okay. This is the one right here. Alright?
Fuck.
It has a marking on it that is distinguishable from all of the other pennies. Okay?
Yeah, but why did you tell us, Nick? Night to choose another one.
Fucking. Ah. Okay.
The
This
fuck?
one then. This one is the
Nick,
one.
Nick, don't fucking tell us. Just flip coins and then
What
eventually
in the
tell us
world
you're
are
done.
Alright,
all of
fine.
you?
Fucking,
God, I
okay.
hate you.
I'll keep track of
Please,
one of them.
I just want to sleep.
Alright. So fucking it was.
Just go to sleep. It doesn't fucking matter.
It was Tails is Evangelion. Heads is fucking Eden of the East. All right. Fucking.
All right. Who cares about shooting? Flipped a bunch of coins. Oh shit! Died.
Okay. Everyone gets one vote. You can't vote for yourself. You write the name of the person or something indicative of the person, not the name of the show. For instance, if you wanted to vote for me, you'd write fucking coin or penny guy. If you wanted to vote for Ian,
I like how your fucking identity is basically the equivalent of a Rick and Morty bit.
If you wanted to vote for Ian, you'd write fucking...
Yeah, we get it.
Fucking go to sleep. If you wanted to vote for Iggy, you write Festive Boy. If you wanted to vote for Chris, you'd write Pie Man or something like that, alright?
And don't forget, you can abstain.
Who's ready?
We are getting wrecked.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Alright, Chris, you ready?
Fuck. Yep.
Alright, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Cool.
So that's 1 for Iggy.
It's Chris.
Yeah, 2 for Chris.
Is that a tie?
What?
No, it's not a tie.
Who the fuck is dense material?
Oh my god.
Heavy object.
Sure, Nick.
I don't know. I'm
No, it
confused.
is heavy object.
Anyway, good night.
Good night.
Night. So we are watching Evangelion.
Yep. That was a jet. We should only do like one podcast a month next year.
Only so much annoyance you can take.
Yeah.
Man. Isn't that fucking... What's the word?
It sucks right now.
I don't remember the word for it.
Fuck.
I'm sure not.
Anyway,
No
Ian
words,
didn't even
but-
do his week. Dang it.
Oh well.
Oh no, he fucking worked at Fry's and it sucked because all of
No,
his
he already. I
fucking-
asked him fucking leading questions and he said it already.
Yeah, but that wasn't his week, though. Chris had
Yeah.
officiated it.
I was not, but I mean, it's real easy. His week was he worked at Fry's, his workers suck, and then he tried to draw stuff. He sucked at drawing.
Alright.
Alright, so we're still in Dominic's week.
No, I said I was done.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't notice. Okay, cool. We'll move on to Nick. Nick, what have you done?
Well, let me tell you about the troubles with Dragalia Lost.
Oh, we're having issues?
A bit. So, we've been on rerun status since the anniversary. Like, we've had rerun after rerun after rerun, and then the one event that we do get is the Mega Man event, which is very, faithful to Mega Man. Which makes it not that good in Dragalia.
Because Mega Man's a platformer.
By faithful, I mean, like, the menu and such, and, like, the actual content.
Oh.
So,
The
like,
actual content, so it's a platformer.
no. Okay, so how it works is that Dr. Wily has taken control of all the other dragons. And we have to, stop him, because Mega Man and such. Dragalia has a lot of,
Pummel.
Dragalia typically is very story-oriented. Like, there's a lot of, dialogue and such to get you invested in each of the characters, and each of the events also has their own story along with them that's typically pretty well written. Mega Man has the barest bones things that you could get. So, for instance, Mega Man himself doesn't actually get an adventurer story. Every other adventurer in the game has one that lets you in on, like, who they are, what they do, fucking their personality and such. That deepens your connection. Mega Man got nothing. Like, some people have argued that it's faithful to the original game. You don't know who Mega Man is. But I say they still could have done something with it, considering that they could have it be through the lens of interacting with Mega Man from the other adventurers. Like, you could fucking have it where Mega Man just sort of, standing there fucking thinking about killing the robots and whatnot, or saving his brethren or something like that. And the other adventurers come up like, hey, Mega Man, how's it going? Like stuff like that. They could have done more with it. But they don't. And the event is, you fight the different versions of the dragons between beginner, standard, expert, master, superhero, solar, and then superhero. It's a fucking scale of difficulty levels. And you fucking fight them again and again. It's fine, but considering this is basically the only, event that hasn't been a rerun since the anniversary, it's very lacking. Reruns are great and all. I took advantage of the reruns where, I wasn't there for the original. Because, I would like to get all the stuff there. But, at the same time, the amount of new content is lacking. We still get the odd adventures and whatnot, but they've also sort of toned down on the amount of production they put into the adventurers. And by that I mean the promotional videos and such. Before we would get a video detailing their moves as well as what the 4-star adventurer was and more. But the most recent ones have been specifically showing off the 2 main moves of the 5-star adventurer with the banner and then the dragon. They don't show off the 4-star anymore or the fucking details on most of the stuff now. And to top all of this off, Mega Man doesn't have a voice actor, which is fine. He's supposed to be silent. That's fine.
No.
Yeah, but Neo has a voice actor.
Mega Man has traditionally had voices in a lot of his games.
I mean, not in the original, which is what this event is based off of. So
it's based off.
So they chose the most boring Mega Man to base it on.
Basically, it's not the Mega Man X, for instance. It's just
there's that. Was it?
Is Mega Man?
What's the weird one where What's the weird one where he doesn't have a helmet? It's a ancient 3D game.
I know the one you're talking about, but
yeah, it's
I don't
really
remember
old, and it's really old. But the Mega Man talks and shit in that game, and it's okay, there's something here.
But if they're being faithful to the original, okay, sure, I get why they didn't have a voice actor. But the real kicker is that the newest character that was released on a 5-star banner also doesn't have a voice actor.
Oh no, they can't repeat the same one voice line over and over again.
I mean, this is very disconcerting because all of the adventurers before her had, voice acting. And especially because in Japan, the voice actor for this character was, is really big. They would be remiss to not include her for this character.
Evidently not.
But they did, which is concerning. And so, I'm worried about the health of the game is all.
That is the weirdest way to say that.
I mean, I'm saying...
Also the least concrete.
The reasons I am concerned are because of those reasons that I just stated. I mean, voice acting as well as the fucking rerun after rerun after rerun. It's showing either...
Aren't they developing a new IP or some shit?
Flipper World, I think it's called.
That might just be a reason for it, then.
I mean, they're...
diverting some of the team to do other shit, therefore they have less money.
I mean, yeah, that's a reason for it, but why are they... they're diverting it to a new IP because the current IP that this is Dragalia is not doing as well, or there's not as much to benefit from it.
People make other games for reasons other than their current flagship is failing.
I mean, Dragalia was supposed to be the flagship for the West, but to them, it did not gain as much popularity, supposedly, anyway.
Oh man, how much money is it making per month? They go to Sensor Tower and check the money.
Sensor Tower?
I think that's the name. That's the name of a site that people use because I think that's a fucking statistics site. Enter your game and it just pulls out data. enter the name of a game and it pulls out data for you, like how much money you spent per month and how many downloads it has.
On the Google Play Store for the month of November, it got 700,000. And then
$700,000? That's pretty nice. Almost not $1 million, but nice.
And then on iOS, it got 1 million for November.
Almost $2 million. I don't know how much it cost to develop it for those 2 months, but
that's the main thing. There's a lot of fucking. Presumably, there's more cost because of the 3D models that they have to make rather than 2D of a lot of other games. And so $1 million revenue for a different game is different than to Dragalia.
Well,
of course, all of this doesn't matter because we don't know how much it actually costs to make. They would stop producing it if there was no longer money to be made from producing it. That's basically how it ends up. However, the current trend is that it's slowly losing revenue, which means that fucking the profit also goes down, presumably. Like if they maintain a certain amount of fucking resources towards it. Still really enjoyable, still really liking it, concerned for its future. That's all.
I'm concerned for the future of new content, because, I mean, it's generating them money, they're not just going to shut it down.
I mean, presuming that it makes the profit.
Maintenance mode.
Yeah. Like fucking Heroes of the Storm.
Except that got a new hero.
I mean...
Deathwing.
Yeah. It depends on the cost of actually creating that comparatively to how much it makes. But back when fucking they shut down HGC, that was basically their announcement of the maintenance mode. Like, they'll continue developing it as long as it, breaks even at least. Or maybe not breaks even, but makes some amount of profit, but I don't know.
Yeah, from all those advertised events. Oh, wait. How does it make money, then? What could it be? Anywho.
Yeah, been doing my finals. 2 of them are done. One was for my computer security class. The other was...
Was it just install NordVPN?
No, it was...
class?
Welcome to NordVPN.
It was on the second half of the semester, which is network security and such, and different encryptions.
For that performance.
Like RSA, SYNs, ACKs, ping attacks, that sort of stuff.
Evidently, NordVPN's not that good.
It was easy. Even if I failed, got a 0% on it, I would still pass the class, so doesn't really matter too much how I did on it. And then, the other final I took was also in the same boat. Even if I got a 0 on it, I would still pass, so whatever. The other one was in linguistics, where I had to fucking analyze the syllabic structure of a language and then fucking write down, hey, here's the sonority scale for it. And here's how these fucking underlying representations would surface.
Powerhouse. I hate Powerhouse.
And so that happened. Then I have another final on Monday, another final on Tuesday, so I'm going to spend Sunday actually studying for them. And
why study when you could play Halo?
And playing Path of Exile, Chris.
Yeah, but Path of Exile is ass.
But Halo, Nick.
Why are you playing it?
Because I like it?
You like ass?
There's not... I mean, you can recognize a game... You can recognize something isn't necessarily the best quality of product and still enjoy it.
Yeah.
The league mechanic seems bad. And the fucking, yeah. But hey, the fucking new Atlas, so that at least.
Mm-hmm. That's a draw for many people, just the new endgame to go through.
But holy fuck, the story is so fucking bad.
Fuck that guy.
In PoE?
Not like the story, I mean the story campaign
He's
is
still
so...
playing PoE?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, no, they upped the... Well, they changed the endgame fucking story. So that's at least somewhat interesting.
Yeah, I've been seeing Reddit posts, so I've broken into a new part of the Zana quest line by accident, and it's stopped me from progressing.
Holy shit.
Oh, alright.
I will never do this good in the rest of the game.
Evidently, after you kill Katava, there's a chance you just get fucked.
Probably.
The new Atlas story is at least more interesting to me than, oh hey, Shaper's there, go take him out.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever concerned about that.
Father, I am your true memory. The past must be sacrificed. And then fucking Shaper base drop. Fucking I started the league on a Ball Lightning Miner, which for the early levels was trash because 1, didn't have access to Ball Lightning. 2, I didn't actually start using mines until I fucking got to Ball Lightning.
You can't fucking attest to the quality of a skill if you're not using it.
No, as in before I transitioned into Ball Lightning, is what I'm saying.
So what actually was it?
Ball Lightning? The Ball Lightning, like when I transitioned over to Ball Lightning, my leveling went a lot smoother than before I got to Ball Lightning. Because for 1, I was not using mines at all, which was what I was scaling with my damage. Or not, I wasn't scaling it, but fucking... I was using fucking Orb of Storms and Storm Burst, which not very good for leveling. I should have just used fucking Storm Blast mines from the start, or Icicle mines, one of those. But I didn't, so early leveling was trash, as well as the bosses being buffed up means that fucking I had a pretty trash time fighting those bosses. It was not...
Shaper got his health quadrupled.
Yep. That's gonna be great.
Because I needed more reason to never do those fights.
But now it's more engaging, you know? Now your 1 million DPS build has to do the damage 4 times over.
You need 4 million DPS to keep it on base.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't a thing as far as I'm aware, but hey, fucking Awaken's support or some shit.
Yeah, those will help out a bit. I mean, I don't think it'll be enough to make up for the 4 times Zandy HP.
They'll make up when standard, when the gems actually reach level 5.
I mean, for standard, fucking, they also have all the different fucking legacy items to boost their damage.
No, I mean, like, no one's gonna have an Awakened gem by the end of the league. Like, probably level 5. I mean, they will, but, like, no one's sane.
Supposedly it takes the amount of XP it takes for a 20% quality Empower and Enlighten. Which is a fuck ton of time and experience.
Yeah, so no one sane.
Yeah, I guess.
But hey, the fucking level 1 gem is supposedly better than a level 20 gem, so fuck it.
It'll probably be at least an Exalt or 2 per. So that'll be fun when I eventually get to it. But you know, bowling's nice. I want to get the fucking helmet enchant, which effectively doubles my damage. It just fucking makes it
Pretty sure everyone does, Nick.
Pretty sure another one what?
Pretty sure everyone wants the helmet enchant that gets them double their damage.
Oh yeah, no. Specifically Ball Lightning, because it makes it fire an extra projectile. And when it fires 1 projectile at a base, and both of them can hit the same enemy, it doubles the damage, effectively. But yeah, I want that. Unfortunately, there are currently none in the league. Or there have been some that have gone up, but there are no one online right now that has any, so yeah. And then I'm eventually going to I'm eventually going to transition the build into an agnostic fucking Indigon build.
Why does he have to bring religion into this?
The agnostic is a keystone that sacrifices, I think it was 10% of your mana per second, and you get that much life in return.
It costs fucking 5 respect points to put Ascendant shit in, right? Yep. I shouldn't even spend this. I just finished Cruel Lab. I'm not even going to spend that.
I mean, you got Tailwind first, right?
Yeah.
Tailwind, then the fucking... Is extra projectile or chain first? I don't remember.
What?
I'm trying to remember the Deadeye passive.
Ooh. If I was going to do something next, it'd probably be like Rupture.
This is like the best I've ever done. Ooh.
That's the gain life on hit per bleeding enemy, right?
Yeah, I'd rather not spend 10 to undo it, though. When I do it in, like, fucking... You know, when I get my tabula.
I mean, have you gotten the extra projectile on the tree yet?
Extra projectile?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking... Let me just pull up POB.
Holy shit.
I don't even see that as one that's possible to get.
God.
You mean endless munitions? No, I'd have to finish another lab to even do that. Because I went Tailwind. I went Gathering Winds.
Oh, Merciless, not Eternal. Or not Eternal, but fucking...
Cruel.
Cruel, not Merciless.
And I'm moving fucking 2 labs in.
Yeah, no, get far shot.
No, I'm not going to spend the Ascendancy points. I'd rather not. I don't have enough respect points.
I mean, you get far shot to get to endless munitions.
Why the did you listen to anything I just said?
You don't have enough ascendancy. You don't have enough respec points. But you don't need a respec if you're just going straight to endless munitions. Because you go to far shot.
I'm switching ascendancies.
Oh! To fucking Pathfinder?
Pathfinder.
Yep, poison.
Poison. I didn't know what I wanted to play when I started this. I just did this as a starter. And went Deadeye because, yeah.
Okay.
But Pathfinder evidently does the poison shit.
Yeah.
15. Okay.
We should fucking... How far in your week?
I mean... It was basically just PoE and then fucking finals occurring, so that took up an inordinate amount of time.
So we couldn't do anything else except also play Dragalia.
I mean, Dragalia's fucking pretty, like... the only thing that really takes, like, my attention for Dragalia, that isn't, like, an auto battle, is fucking, like, is the High Dragon Trials. Which I still need to do for this week.
Don't fucking take the trials from the dragon that's high. He's a hack.
But anyway, that's a...
money for his weed addiction.
That's a weekly thing rather than a daily thing, so I just do it once a week when fucking need to. Otherwise, I just fucking set it to auto and...
We should reevaluate those fucking New Year anime we're going to be watching.
Yeah, they added more to the...
They added more.
Nah, man, fucking weird, shitty CG dragon anime.
Specifically because both y'all pick stupid-ass shows. I'm not
I actually want to see that show.
I mean, you can still stick
Nick just chose his off of whatever.
Yeah, no, you can still stick with your current chosen anime. It's just that there are more options now.
I'm definitely going to. I mean, I found 2 shits that are definitely better than what I picked, but what I picked is so bad I have to keep it. I was just concerned about yours and Chris's shows, because Chris's show is going to be bad, and your show is bad.
Why is there a Nekopara anime?
Yo, fucking Nekopara anime?
Why?
Fucking super special thing. We have to buy Nekopara on the fucking the winter sale and play it as well.
You can fucking download that shit for free.
Nekopara?
Yeah. I mean, not through any legal means.
Oh, I would have thought.
You're one of those.
You can get anything. You can basically get anything you want.
The site that I don't remember if it was Arc, but someone recommended. I think it might have been Arc.
Survival Evolved?
No, Arc from Twitch. The Great Arc.
Fucking goddamn it!
Oh yeah, no, I thought he was Machikoi though.
Yeah, but the same site.
Ooh, got him.
I think is the site I've been using for shit like that.
Oh, okay.
You can sometimes find regular shit on that site, but it's mostly porn.
Mm.
How do I get betrayed? Why is my teammates like...
But you know, they added some new anime, for instance, Nekopara, so
but fucking shitty CGI dragon out.
Yep.
If you wanted to switch, there's more options to switch to.
Nick, I implore you to switch.
If I find something more interesting than 22/7, which is probably going to be really easy, I will.
Nah, Nick, stay with 22/7.
Nick, grow spine and stop taking anyone's suggestions.
Why do
Wait,
that? When
Mainly because you just become a conduit for Chris, which is annoying.
Wait, so if I take that suggestion...
Listen, just because
I'm
you don't
not
want to
taking
abuse
that
your power
suggestion.
doesn't mean I don't want to abuse mine.
Yeah, but that should come to a neutral, not just a fucking your personal fuck toy.
Do what I want. I do whatever I want to Nick. Nick sucks ass anyway.
You see, the issue with that, Iggy, is if I then take that suggestion, then
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
not
have any
actually
issues with
taking the
that.
suggestion.
Yeah,
Ooh,
fucking
interesting.
cut through the fucking game here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, I got one
ad
more thing.
nauseum.
Teammate?
So, as you've heard before, I've been looking for ways to actually fucking automate the downloading of hentai from H-Anime.
Cool. So if we have anything actual to talk about, or can we end the podcast?
Weren't you trying to like make a program to do that? Or at least modify one to do what you need
I
to do?
was trying to modify one, but the authentication that they were using got patched out, so I can't use that. And so, while I was unable to get it to work for H-Anime...
Does H-Anime have like a thing that says like authenticate or some bullshit?
So the authentication that they used for their website, that the dude that I found was using, was just like a default fucking password and fucking username that they, just left there. But they patched that out, so can't use that anymore. And I tried fucking using an account that I made as like authentication, but that also doesn't work, so And so while I've still been looking for other ways, like if I can just get the like address of the video, then I can fucking download it using YouTube-DL, which is a program that
But you haven't figured out a way to like automate that.
Right. Like,
why would you automate it though?
Because I can do it manually to download all of them. It's just gonna take for fucking ever to do.
Do you already have like a setup list that you want to download?
I mean, I want to download all of it at some point.
Why would you download all of it?
In case the site ever goes down.
Okay, but why wouldn't you start with stuff you know you want?
No, I've already downloaded like certain, like my favorites, for instance. I've already have those. Like fucking,
Nick, I'm gonna come clean, reveal something.
Alright.
I'm not a man that watches porn, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I need your insight on this. Why the fuck would anyone download anything?
In case it gets deleted from where you typically find it.
Yeah, because sometimes, sites go down. Sites and stuff go down.
Sites go down, videos get deleted. Like fucking... Or if you just can't remember how you found it the first time. Like, I regaled you of the tale of me trying to find the fucking one video and even asking on Reddit if anyone,
Yes, I'm aware. It was a pointless fucking thing.
Did you ever find that video?
No.
Damn. Shame.
But yeah, to avoid things like that occurring, I would prefer to have it downloaded and categorized.
We're not. This is G fucking G. Ow. Okay.
Like, I can still use the websites for, like, searching through and, like, just generic, like, here's this category of porn that I want to watch right now. I'll look through here. And then to also avoid having to fucking wait until it loads on the website, I can just fucking plop it in from my hard drive. Like, so the reasons you want to download it is because it's faster to watch through it.
Can't you just be fucking satisfied?
You do not have to stream it. This is true.
Right. As well as fucking having it in case it gets deleted from whatever site you were watching it.
Is it so important to watch the same thing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
like, there are different qualities to hentai, so... Like, while I do go through a good amount of new hentai, I also like to go...
a fucking list of names and just fucking search that in Google?
Fucking... One, the other sites that you could find them in could have watermarks that are annoying, as well as not be as high quality as the time you originally found it in.
Just find somewhere else.
Yes, but that could potentially be not as high quality, and also fucking watermarks, which are annoying.
Fucking support your local porn peddler and just buy a copy.
Oh,
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. While I was unable to get it to work for H Anime, I did find one that works for Hentai Haven. Which, while they don't have all of the hentai that they do have on H Anime, it works as just a generic, here's a lot of hentai, I can download it, yay. So I had to finagle with it a bit because it's a bit outdated, and I had to, update it to different versions and such, edit some of the code to actually work. But I did get it to work. And so how it did originally work, as in it downloaded it straight from the website, and then it downloaded it straight from the website and then used that as the download. But the download for that doesn't work anymore, so I get the link of the video, and then I just feed that into YouTube DL after get all the IDs and such. And so now I have an automated way to get all of the hentai off of Hentai Haven. Still working on H Anime because H Anime has all of the ones that are on Hentai Haven, as well as others. But, as a stopgap, Hentai Haven works. Also, fuck Faku.
What's wrong with
fuck anime? Damn.
But yeah, no. That was my escapade in downloading hentai. So, there's that. Now, that's my week done.
Wow. Alright, go back to Dominic.
Yep.
Nothing.
Wow, nothing? You're not even gonna dredge anything?
Nope.
Wow.
Nothing real.
Okay. Well, okay. Oop. Yeah. Well, okay, well, not a lot has happened. I've been playing a little bit of Reach, not as much as,
You should be.
Yeah. Because multiplayer's fun enough, but fucking gotta play the SD Gundam game.
You've been playing that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like 76 hours, and I've owned it for like a week. It's almost 3 whole days in a 7-day cycle. Yeah, it's pretty nice. But yeah, it's been fun. I think I'm not grinding that out, but I kind of want to grind out Reach. But because fuck. Well, because of the nature, I decided to play Reach in the podcast rather than play something else. For the other game. This is Reach is fun. Gotta find some time to do it. God damn. And then we'll go back to Dominic, who will say nothing, and then we'll move on to the fucking anime.
That.
Wow.
Also,
We're
fucking
getting wrecked. It's not fun.
In 32 days, they're releasing a sequel to the anime series Made in Abyss as a movie. So
nice. I hope the little bitch dies.
So the previous 2 movies have just been compilation films of the series, but this new movie that's coming out is actually continuing the story. So, yay.
We are fucking getting dominated.
If you'd like to skip the anime homework, go to 3 hours, 22 minutes, 25 seconds. Anyway, I won last week with Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World. I think that's the full title.
It is.
Yeah. Konosuba is about this dude named Kazuma. He's just a happy-go-lucky student walking home one day from getting food.
You already got it wrong, but all right.
I mean, this is part of the joke. Walking home one day from the convenience store, when suddenly, oh no, this girl's about to get run over by a truck. And so he pushes her out of the way and then dies. He then wakes up in a fucking alternate dimension, whatever, where this god called Aqua welcomes him. She then explains how he died. It turns out that it was not a truck that was about to run over this girl. It was a slow-moving tractor that would not have any way killed her or have been speedful enough to actually run her over. So he then basically has a heart attack and then dies from shock. At which point, the goddess starts laughing at him because of the absurdity of how he died.
That's how Nick's gonna die.
And that is how Konosuba begins. And it is hilarious. Also,
it's a good show. It's been around for a while.
Got outclassed.
It's reached critical acclaim for its movie in the West, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
There's a CG bus in the first episode, by the way. Also,
Is there?
Yeah. Also, Cardinal Sin.
Does it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Since you didn't actually rewatch it, I thought I would.
Didn't rewatch the first season. No, I rewatched it recently, but I didn't take notice.
Yeah, but yeah, Cardinal Sin. So, in coming to Konosuba, I realized that
Bumbated.
I should sort of think about how to objectively critique it.
Comedy?
Yeah. So the way to objectively critique something is based on the standard for that type of genre. So for instance...
What's the standard of comedy?
That's what I've been trying to figure out. Or what is the standard for any other
So you've already
show?
You've already fucked up, I think.
I mean, the standard is set by the fucking other fucking shows in that genre. So, for instance, if there was one show and only one show in existence for a certain genre, like let's say this was the only comedy in existence for anime, alright? Then that would be the standard that it sets. It would both be the best and the worst anime for comedy at the same time because it's the only example of it. It sets the standard.
Oh, sword-based.
If you add in another anime, then there is some type of scale between them. They could also be of equal quality, but in that case, they both set the same standard. And as you add more anime into that genre, the standard becomes more solidified based on the quality of it. And so, the qualities that make one show be ranked above another in that same genre would then make it fucking more to the standard. And so, for a comedy, like for instance, Monty Python, most of that doesn't make any logical sense. It's all in sake of actually getting the audience to laugh. So despite the people who laugh at it, despite laughing at a show being subjective, the qualities that the show presents in an effort to get those people to laugh is the objective quality of it.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Amazing insight, Nick.
Yeah. But luckily, there's only one, or I think there were two, but the main instance of the show not making sense was the first time that the Doulahan shows up.
What?
They don't announce the siren. They don't have the siren go off. Before they had it for the cabbages coming in, or was it lettuce? I don't remember. They had the siren for that, so why wouldn't they use it for the Doulahan? And then the second time the Doulahan shows up, they then sound the siren. Not the first time, though. The first time he wasn't that big of a threat. Second time, though, he's actually a threat to warrant the siren. I think there was maybe one other instance where, like, there was something that, like, that also wasn't in service of a joke. Like, if the not sounding of the siren was in service to a joke, then I could maybe see it. Like, for instance, they have the siren for the cabbages, but they don't have the siren for the dual hand. That's funny because of what their priorities are. Like, this flurry of cabbages warrants the siren, but, this one dual hand, that's not that threatening or whatever. Doesn't warrant the siren. But then they have it but then they use the siren for the dual hand when he comes back the second time. So it's not in service to a joke and is therefore a flaw. And therefore detracts from the show.
Does it? Did that honestly detract from the show?
I mean, it's a minor thing, but it still detracts from it.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's a small issue, it's still an issue.
Yeah, you've overthought this.
Oof, okay.
There is, like, no real point to that.
Fuck my ear. What?
I mean, there is a point...
That's like Cinema Sins level, man.
Fucking Cinema Sins is base level, though. It doesn't go...
It's not base level, it's shit. You serious?
What do you mean?
Cinema Sins is awful.
Yeah, that's what I'm agreeing on.
You said they were base level.
Yeah, as in, like, they fucking go off...
As in, they're a common standard, neither good nor bad?
No, as in, like, they take it at, like, fucking...
Like, your verbiage is problematic.
Okay, yeah, my verbiage is problematic. Okay. They are shit because they are inconsistent on what they present as a joke versus what is actual criticism of the movie that they fucking sin. And also they sin things, like, what the fuck is a sin supposed to represent? In Cinema Sins.
That's not the point. Point being, fuck, it's not really fucking, it's comedy, man. There are definitely fucking objective problems you can have in a comedy show, but like fucking, there really aren't that many problems in Konosuba.
No, I know. That was like basically the only one I could find. Is just that they don't sound the siren. Like, if the not sounding of the siren was in service to a joke, then that would be fine. But that's not in service of a joke. It's just like a random flaw. It's just a flaw that they overlooked when they were making the show, which is still a flaw, but it doesn't really affect anything either. Like, they still go to the fucking thing either way. It's just that in the city, they would sound the alarm because it's a dual hand like they did the second time.
We're not going to go through, like, each episode, are we?
I mean, that's what I've typically been doing for each of the previous anime homeworks.
It's gone.
Not really. It's kind of something you started up around Gundam.
Yeah. We can talk macro things, I guess.
It's a fucking episodic comedy show.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yes, but why is it good?
It's good because it's a fucking... I don't know if it's technical. It's satire.
Yes, but
it's good because it came out at the right time and it had the right story for what it was fucking satirizing.
I mean, just because it's satire does not make it good.
No.
For instance,
well.
fucking for you, it would be Lolly. Wait, what was it called?
What?
Moetan. That's what it was. Like, that's also satire, but for you, that was not good.
The important thing about satire is, conveying the fact that it's satire. I didn't get that from Moetan, nor did anyone else to that point.
Hi.
Once again, when I'm referring to everyone else, I want you to understand that I'm not talking about you, especially when I'm talking about in contrast to you.
Anyway, fucking... There are different structures for jokes. For instance,
I think what I wanted to say was fucking, I, like you, came across the problem of fucking, how the hell do you talk about this show? Because it's just a fucking comedy. It's good, etc. You can't really talk too much about a good show, especially a good comedy. It's not like fucking, what do you talk about? But unlike you, I took the road of fuck it, I'll figure it out, and then didn't. So there's that. Fucking usual criteria. Does it look good? Yeah, it's okay. There's not very many animation errors that I've ever seen. I've watched this show like 2 or 3 times. Fucking nothing stands out as a problem. Yeah, here we go. There's certain nothing special. Characters, the comedic archetype. Story is fine.
And then I fall back on my notes when I run out of macro things to talk about. Because we gotta fill the time somehow, right?
We don't have a time. We're not a TV show.
Gotta fill the time somehow.
No, we can.
I give it like an 8 out of 10.
Nick, now you have to give your...
I mean, no. I still can fucking extrapolate as to what... Like, Ian gives his score at the very beginning of the anime homework and then leaves.
Not always.
I said a lot of the time.
Yeah, but I cut you off before them.
Yeah, nice one, fucker. I can't wait to talk about Karako no Basuke with Mega. That's gonna be great.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even like the ReZeros in which we've already watched and knew was good. There's not really a story to talk about.
I mean,
like there is a story, but
the story is that they work all day to work all night, and then they fucking pass out. Or fucking
it's that time of isekai, which they're
instead of starting with like something actually useful, like a fucking sword that allows him to fucking fight off the enemies and whatnot, actually progress in the world, he gets the goddess Aqua, who is pretty fucking useless most of the time. Like okay, so the composition of their group, of Kazuma's group, is made specifically for boss fighting. In every other scenario, they're trash. Like general mobbing, like for instance, when they fight the frogs, they get fucking destroyed. The only times when their group actually functions to any degree is when they're fighting the demon generals, or like one enemy in particular. Like with the Dullahan, they're able to fucking, like Megumin gets one blast. Like that's gonna be worthless against anything except a boss. Fucking...
I mean, season 2.
I mean, she was able to fucking... What?
They killed a bunch of runners.
I mean, yeah, she also does that against the fucking Dullahan. But, like, she's good for one shot. Yeah, but the
Dullahan was one guy. I'm talking about, you just said they're only good against one... They're mostly only good against one guy.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, after she fucking, Wait, does Megumin blast out the, riders that fucking Kazuma gets deaded by?
Yes, they run to a cave and fucking throw darkness into it.
Yeah. But, like, fucking, they have to outsmart them if there are, like, multiples of enemy, they always have to outsmart them. Anyway, the group fucking shines in fucking one-on-one combat. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Episode 1, Aqua plays down Heaven because she wants to funnel more people into that other fucking, place because, you know, low on adventurers and whatnot.
I mean, why does she want that?
To fill a quota, maybe. They don't ever actually go into it, but... that is a possible reason for it, like for why she plays down Heaven. Like, I mean, we don't know how fucking people actually come into the world and such. Like, if everyone just gets reincarnated into everywhere else, then, eventually you just run out of people going to Heaven. But they only ever posit Heaven as an option the first time. Like, that Kazuma goes to the first time Kazuma dies and, you know, talks to Aqua. After that, it's always been either reincarnation or reviving into the main world. So, the legalese is funny.
The what?
So when Aqua is explaining to Cosma how the fucking language in beaming works, there's a bit of legalese at the bottom of the page. That's funny because who the fuck are they beholden to that would actually, prosecute them?
The fuck are you saying? What is that word? Legal.
He's trying to decipher comedy. He's like, haha, this was funny.
Yeah, but why was it funny? Legalese, as in like
entirely subjective.
I don't know the word thing. I'm asking, what does that word mean?
As in like there's a bit of legal bullshit at the bottom. Like, we are not responsible.
Legalese?
Yeah, legalese.
You could have just said legal bullshit, legal stuff, legalese.
I mean, legalese means legal bullshit, essentially.
Does it? Is that a thing?
That's a thing that I've been using, yes.
That's what.
That's how I've typically heard it as.
Legal L.
When you talk about other languages,
formal,
specifically like Chinese and
document.
shit. Like when you talk about Chinese, Japanese, it's like, oh, you just add e's on the end, and that's how language works, right?
It's got nothing to do with language.
The formal and technical language of legal documents that is often hard to understand.
Yeah, but like some people just slap e's on the back of shit and call it a language.
It's jargon. It's fucking slang.
Yeah, but anyway, the legal stuff at the bottom of the page is funny because who the fuck would the gods be beholden to that could possibly prosecute them? Like
other gods?
Super god. What happens when the gods die, Nick?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But that's the funny. That's part of the funny.
Oh wow, that is part that's why I left. That's why I left it. Yes, totally. Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you watch it?
I did, but
how much
dissecting comedy never goes well. I only watched the first episode.
Yeah.
Well, dissecting comedy never really goes well.
That's why I preambled all of this with like how to objectively critique a comedy. It's based on the standard that the comedy set.
We lost hard.
Because if you can't critique a comedy for like fucking okay, would you say there's a difference between?
Listen, critiquing a comedy is literally just like, did you laugh?
I mean, anyone can laugh at anything. Is the thing.
Yes, the difference is like the fact that like there's differences in like a lot of people liked it and a lot of people didn't like it. This is one of the shows that a lot of people liked.
Okay.
Is there anything
a
you
lot
specifically
of people
didn't like?
A lot of people like, for instance, fucking
Just
Jersey
name the
Shore.
points you didn't have issues. Name the points you had issues with. Realistically, it.
Well, I mean, we said like at the beginning, is like no problems with the show. Like when he was talking about that fucking one kind of.
If there's no problems, then it gets a 10 out of 10, right?
No.
Like you could just fucking.
The deal of a 10 out of 10 is.
I mean,
no
you could take a video of paint drying on a wall, and
while it's also a simplistic view.
Yeah, but while there's nothing wrong with that, like there are no issues. There's also nothing.
Okay, but like if I get ASMR music or just no music, I'll choose the ASMR.
That's a simplistic way to look at it. Like the fucking saying, just because there's no problems with this show. Then I have shows I have problems with, and I give them higher scores.
Right, because they make up for those problems in other ways.
Going to Sleep is fine, but it is a satire at the end of the day. It's fucking not for everyone in that sense. Also, fucking, it's just fine. It's not super exemplar. It's maybe the best at what it does. People would consider it a really good isekai, but fucking, there are better things. Half of what I'm saying, who knows, because I'm also playing Magic.
Are you playing Magic now?
Yeah.
Would you say Daily Lives of High School Boys is better than Konosuba, or vice versa?
As a comedy, then might be equal.
Now as a show.
Well, that's what I mean. As a comedy show.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't want to go through this fucking show episodically because there's not much meat going through like that.
alright, fine.
It's a good show. Fucking... I
Fucking...
don't know what really else to say about besides that.
Alright, well, fine. Just fucking... Hey. What?
Nick,
Oh,
you're
no.
allowed to put your own fucking... Nick, you know what? Fucking after this, go ahead and record all of your little notes and put it at the end of the video.
I mean, I was just gonna copy-paste my notes into here.
What? No, why? I don't want that, Nick. No, don't do that.
Fucking...
Just make a short video about your fucking points on every episode and slap it on the end of this podcast.
Alright.
Nick talks to himself like a loser.
Yeah, I'll also give my score then.
What the
No,
fuck?
give your score now, asshole.
Fucking,
what?
I don't know my score because I haven't gone through all my notes.
No, you know your score.
I mean, I know my score is between 8 and a 9. But
Man.
where in that it falls, I don't know, because I was going to figure it out as I talked through all of it.
You don't need to do that.
I do need to do that. That's why I'm saying that. Hey, case fucking Chris, what's your score?
Dude, I'll give it a fucking 8. Why not?
Alright, there we go. And then...
I liked Fine Enough. It was something I thought about watching, and then fucking surprise, today happened. Oops.
And then my score was insert score here.
Nick, give us a score right now, and then you can change it later if you feel like it.
I mean, you just heard it.
Nick, I did not. You fucking said insert score here. Now you're gonna leave. Don't fucking replace that shit.
Ah, shit. Alright. Fucking... Fine, 8.5 then. Since I said it would be between 8 and 9.
What a bitch.
Not like you can't just fucking take that little snippet of fucking when he said 8.5 and cut it and then insert whatever he puts in later.
I mean, Chris is then just gonna say, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
a smarter person.
For all that matters.
While I'm busy trying to not get shot in the head. SWAT's good.
Anyway, fucking...
I feel like it's probably one of the best ones to get shit in.
I alternate between that and just regular Slayer.
Anyway, Konosuba's a really good show. It's a very good comedy. I like it a
Yeah.
lot. Anime
Team
homework.
basic.
Oh, hey, man, look. It's the Nick of the future coming to you not live because I'm in the future. It's also not live anyway because it would be in the past when I recorded this and then when you eventually listen to it. Whatever. Anyway, it's time to go through episodically Konosuba because they were bitches, so it makes sense that they wouldn't want to sit through all the shit. Anyway, fucking episode 1, there's a CG bus. Nice. Cool, I guess. There's also the Cardinal Sin. Oh no. Iggy's worst nightmare. Runs every show to the point where it gets down by a point. 10% off if it was a 10 out of 10 show previously. It's a pretty big hit. Anyway, Aqua plays Down Heaven. I already went over that. Legalese, funny. I already went over that. I like how to take Aqua with him, she would have to be treated as a thing by all the other gods and goddesses since the verbiage was specifically anything. So, basically, they're objectifying women. It's funny, alright? Anyway, Cosmo's overconfidence in all the situations is great because, he very quickly gets, shot down by the world, and Aqua also being disillusioned so immediately as all of her, followers are nowhere to be found, and she's the laughingstock of the gods, basically. Also the stat diviner CG. However, Aqua does get all of the, glory, while Cosmo's just sort of left in the dust, which makes sense because, she's a goddess. She should have goddess stats. Just that, she's a dumbass, so she can't use them very well. Also, Aqua vomits rainbows. That's pure gold in hilarity. And their gung-ho adventure, and then very quickly realizing, oh hey, this is just a working out montage, because they, can't get enough money to get anywhere is great. That's most episode 1. Episode 2, Aqua's shit-talking, biting her in the ass is great. But where did the slime on her body go after running towards the second toad, since it was the main thing stopping her from going back to town? But then, as she runs towards the second toad, the slime just, disappears for some reason. I don't know why. And then, it's not like just running gets rid of it, because if that was the case, then she would just run her way back to town and get rid of the slime that way. If it's so easily gotten rid of, then she would have just run back to town. But if not, then, it shouldn't have been gone from her after the first toad eats her and running towards the second toad. The flyer that Aqua puts up on the, fucking, what is it called? Business wall? The duty wall, whatever it is great because it's such canned speech, and it's written by Aqua, who has a fucking goddess complex because, well, she's a goddess. And so, no, the only people who would want to join a group with that type of advertisement are the crazies. And lo and behold, we get Megumin. Who, by the way, her eye patch is just like Kenpachi's from Bleach. It's fun like that. Why are Aqua's goddess attacks so weak? Like, I get that it's for the comedic effect and that she's worthless, but at the same time, her base stats are really high, and so it should still deal some amount of damage. Despite, I guess if the attack is based off of her intelligence, it would, deal little amounts of damage considering that's her lowest stat. But at the same time, it's a god move, so I would expect it to deal some amount of something. Using the societal pressure and his complex with being treated as a NEET is good. It's quite funny. Let's talk about Kazuma as a character real quick, actually. So Kazuma, he's a degenerate piece of shit. It's great. Fucking he gets shit on so much, and he's my man, I like this degenerate piece of shit because he's what I envisioned myself to be one day. Equality for all, men, women, children. He's a man by my heart. Of course, you're not actually supposed to identify him because he's a filthy degenerate, but I'm a degenerate too, so. Also, they're fairly unclear as to how someone actually learns a skill. Like, the base concept was that you learn by having it taught to you by someone else. But what does that entail? Like, for instance, with steel, Kazuma just sees it being used, and then he's able to use it right then and there. Or learn it right afterwards. Is that because the ease of use of the skill was so low, or because you just need to see the skill happen once, and that's effectively learning it? Who knows? I think it was brought up later, but I don't know. I might get to it in my notes. Because I'm recording this, like, week and a half after, and I had watched Konosuba like a few days before the podcast, so it's been a while. I don't have it fresh off the top of my mind, unfortunately. I should have recorded it right after the podcast, but oh well. Kazuma's carnal delight when stealing the panties is great because his degeneracy just, shines through. And how his degeneracy also bites back at him is great because, he's a degenerate. He's a degenerate. He should be treated like one. Darkness has some pretty great one. Oh yeah, I should probably... Okay, so, episode 1, they get to the world, they work, and they, get tired. Episode 2, they fucking... Yeah, I'm gonna cut this out. Darkness has some great one-liners, like becoming his erotic plaything is a knight's duty. And then we get the cabbages. Get some channeling some Avatar the last time, but there. Cabbages are innately funny. Oh. So when I was recording this, I was not recording desktop audio. So you're gonna hear me respond to Iggy without actually responding to him because, you can't hear him. Sorry about that. Shit. That's right. Huh. Hi, Iggy. So what I was doing is that fucking, how for the last anime homework, you guys, stopped it because you didn't want to listen to me go through all of the, episodes? Yeah. I mean, I was gonna go through all the notes and fucking, yeah. And because I needed the light up thing, and I didn't expect anyone to actually show up. Yeah. You already gave your 2 cents, actually, in the podcast. Well, I mean, this is in the podcast again, I guess. I'm gonna go to a different place. Why did you come in here, anyway? Just to see what I was doing? Ah. Well, what do you want to do? Fucking, I can stop for now, and then pick it back up later. But, alright, fine. Anyway. Fuck, where was I? Oh, why wouldn't they describe it as cabbages rather than the doom and gloom that they posted? Darkness's accuracy is also extremely low because if she hits the enemies, then the fight lasts less time, and so she gets hit less. So, her accuracy is a direct result of her degeneracy, which is great. Also, Kazuma doesn't really have any room to talk about Darkness's degeneracy, considering that he acts on his own degeneracy quite a bit. And I like how they keep the consistency with Darkness's armor having cracks on it after the cabbages break it, because consistency's nice. Ah, shit! Episode 4 happens, and that's where the Megumin comes in. Where it goes buka 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 dee. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Any case. I like how Aqua's mouth waters when the news of 1 million monies is relayed to her. It's a nice little detail. Also, he bought a fucking cape. By he, I mean Kazuma. Such fucking... such a stupid thing to buy. Like, of all the things to buy with your million monies, you buy a fucking cape. It's great, though. Also, through the course of this episode, he eventually does appreciate Megumin's explosion, like how Aqua does, despite how incredibly dumb it is to only focus on explosion magic. This is also the episode where they don't use the storm alert system to alert everyone that the fucking Dullahan is there. Also, he's Gamagori from Kill la Kill, which is nice. Nice voice acting. Good job. Darkness twisting everyone's actions into something that she would enjoy is great. Also, it makes sense for Aqua to be able to cleanse curses because, she's an archbishop. Why wouldn't she be able to? Episode 5, Aqua's actually traumatized for once, not just playing it up for the reward money. Also, Megumin doesn't go around exploding everything because side effect from the Dullahan. Also, why were they so worried about Hyoya without him even having done one attack? And he is the embodiment of a fucking neckbeard. Alright? With the milady and whatnot. I'll treat you well. It's really bad. Like, I get it. He's also degenerate, but at least he's not a neckbeard. I mean Cosmo. At least Cosmo's not a neckbeard, alright? Cosmo wants equality. Hyoya just wants to get in people's pants. That's the main difference. I mean, Cosmo also wants to, but, whatever. Also, this is where they do use the PA system to call out that the dueling ninja is here, where before they did not. The escalation of the turn undead is pretty good. Even the general is folly to the whims of the people and their perception of him, like Cosmo was before. With the, slamming of darkness a bunch. Also, darkness misses a stationary target. I know that her accuracy is, piss poor, but a stationary target. I mean, it just makes it even funnier. The evil glint in Cosmo's eye is great whenever it happens. Like, for instance, for this time, he steals the dual hand's head, which is pretty good. Also, Megumin floating in on the water is great. Also, the barkeep phrases them getting the 40 million as, or getting the, I think it was 300 million. If the barkeep phrases it as them getting the entire 300 million amount for some reason, rather than just saying straight up, hey, you're 40 million in the hole. Sorry. It's weird to get their hopes up like that just to crush them right afterwards. Episode 7, Cosmo. That's my name. It's a pretty good joke. Especially since it comes up quite a bit. There's different variations on it as well, so it's good. Cosmo's leg twitch while in his fighting stance, needing to pee is great. The only reason he doesn't use the vase is because it would overflow. No one would want to live in a recently exercised house with a stigma attached to it anyway, so the landlord, gives it for free because of that. Episode 9, Cosmo hears succubi and immediately goes, keep talking. Because, degeneracy. The biggest twist in the entire series, the dude that Cosmo was macho with wasn't even an adventurer. It's a really nice turn. And even afterwards, he still fucking is macho with him, which is great. Like he even while knowing that he's not the man he thought he was, he still respects him on a carnal level. Or some shit like that, I don't know. Also, Cosmo asking about the age as a precaution. What a gentleman. Just in case. But, who's gonna get on him about the thought police or whatever that is. There's a butt ripple when darkness hits the ground, apparently. Also, darkness totally into it. Like, Cosmo just starts commanding her, and, she's into it, because, she's into that. So, that entire sequence is muy magnifico. I don't know why I went Spanish, whatever. Also, Cosmo's brazen defense of the, succubus is fantastic. Just, without any second thought, just immediately in front of her, trying to protect her. Yeah. He knows that the succubi are doing God's work on this earth. And this is just a stare in episode 10. You think I would put desire before duty? Says Darkness. And then Cosmo says, yes, that's exactly what you're doing. It's pretty good. I do like that Kyoya stopped being such a fucking neckbeard with having everything given to him. And is actually, doing hard work to try and get back his sword. Like we see it at the end of episode 10. And then the OVA happens where, Megumin slaps Union's boobs for some reason. Thanks for the memories was a good joke. And, they just straight up let Cosmo die. That's some pretty dark shit. Like, I know, like, they know they can just revive him. But also, why wouldn't Kazuma just think of an easy fucking wish to, you know, be able to get the fucking thing off of him? Like, oh man, I wish I could breathe, or anything like that. Like, he had plenty of time from when, you know, they said they were going to put it onto him. Like, potentially it locks in the wish from the first time you use it, but I doubt it. Episode 11 is a pretty good way for people who did not watch the first season to, be introduced to Kazuma, considering that it's just an interview of Kazuma, like, what have you done, what are you doing, so it's a nice jumping in point. Also, initially I was surprised they didn't press Kazuma further for answers with the lie detector. And I'm still a little confused about that. You'd think you want more information before going straight to trial. Especially since they kind of get, run around a bit when Kazuma does his whole, like, I am not a part of the demon army. I'm not giving information to the demon army, stuff like that. Or it was something like that. Kazuma says none of us had an effective ranged attack, and the camera just focuses straight on Megumin. That's a pretty good visual joke. Also, Kazuma decides to freeze the door rather than just run up to it and lock it. Like, I get that he doesn't know how far away exactly Aqua is, but in the time it takes him to, you know, freeze the door, it would have taken him, you know, less time to actually just run up to it and lock it. Also, Megumin's power has gone way up from all her training and whatnot, so that's a good progression there. And the reason that she seems different today is because she's actually useful for once, rather than just one blast dead. Wait. Also, when Darkness is describing her perfect man, she's basically describing Kazuma, and that comes up basically immediately as, you know, they start to get all lovey-dovey. Gonna have some babies. Darkness walks right into it. I forget what. But yeah, that's something she would do. Also, the Demon General progressively gets more and more annoyed with Darkness just loving the amount of pain that she's getting. And Kazuma finally gets money. After all his hard work and degeneracy in defeating the Demon Generals. Oh, by the way, going off my earlier point, as in the podcast, of, them being, like, their party is, it's not that they can't deal with mobs, it's just that they're much weaker versus mobs than they are against, like, singular boss enemies, because, like, while Darkness can tank a lot, she can basically only hold, like, one enemy, and the rest of them can just zerg everyone else. And while Megumin can get one shot off, you know, blast them to bits, it's still just one shot. So if there's any extra waves, then they're just gonna get run over. Potentially Aqua can then fucking summon the gigantic waves of water to, you know, push them back, but it's still not the best, considering that it wipes everyone else up with it. And also it can cause lots of property damage. But yeah, they're specialized for bossing because Kazuma has the steal, which, you know, steals one item against one enemy. That's pretty good. Darkness is really tanky and is able to hold her own. And by hold her own, I mean hold one enemy for an extended period of time. Megumin has the finishing shot blast or weakening blast or whatever. Basically, one gigantic, like, HP busting thing. And then Aqua. She can heal and revive. That's pretty good. Though those are more general things rather than specifically useful against bossing. And so it just so happens that everything works out for them because the main enemies that they fight are bosses, and they are the ones who give the most money. So good job. I guess episode 16, Nippon Steel. Yay! Kazuma gets his sword and katana. I think it was actually. And, this is where Kazuma keeps up the ruse with the artisan guy from earlier. And the slapstick with the katana is great. I was wholly expecting for it to do that, and it was great in its execution. And Aqua's heh is great. And episode 17 is the first time they actually venture out to another town. Like, they've gone to the dungeon and some caves and whatnot, but this is the first time where they're actually, traveling to a another civilization, so to speak. Oh, also, it fucking hurts when they're walking around Aqua's city and they're just getting solicited and spit on all the time. Like, each progressive fucking thing just hurts more and more and more on the inside, man. It's fucking... It hurts, but it's so good. Also, throughout the entire series, the only problems that they're actually able to fix are those that they themselves cause. Like, fucking... With the Doulahan, the only reason he shows up is because Megumin's been busting his castle. The only reason Masked Demon General shows up is because the place was vacated so easily for him. Like, no monsters to get rid of. He just, walks in. Oh, hey, this is pretty good. No monsters here or anything. Just gonna set up shop here. Yeah. Oh, also, I like how everyone of each religious faith calls the other a cult. Like, oh man, those Axis cult, or the Eris cult. That's nice. Also, Eris pats her chest as a chant of strength is to take a dig at specifically Eris is great. It's so petty and fitting of Aqua. Also, I asked how much do they make off beating Hans. I don't remember why. I don't even remember who Hans is. Oh, but a nice attention to detail is that they changed the intermission voices of each episode to match, like, what was happening right before the intermission. Like, Darkness screams, or Megumin screams, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty great. And yeah, I'm gonna maintain my score of an 8.5 after talking about it. Because, it's still really good. Still really funny. Yeah. And those are my notes. And back to the podcast.
Objective and shooter games. Never ends.
Also, like the rest of the podcast, for that matter.
Probably.
Pretty much. There's nothing else. There's nothing really else to talk about. There's like I guess the Game Awards happened and nothing happened.
We already kind of mentioned it. Fucking Sekiro, woo, and fucking like Death Stranding got some stuff, and fucking whatever.
I'm pretty sure.
Didn't the Xbox thing was now exists? The Series X or whatever. A miniature computer.
Isn't it the fucking people calling it the Sexbot? Sexbox?
Yeah.
Something like that. Fucking Receiver 2 got announced because why not? For all us fans of Receiver 1, Jaime.
Nice. League 1 esports game of the year, so that's cool.
Nice. Where the fuck am I getting shot from?
Oh yeah, Mata retired, so that's sad.
Pato?
Mata. Fucking...
Don't know.
Oh my god, weird.
Who's the greatest? Dendi, probably. Fucking... Who's the second greatest player in Dota, then?
I don't fuck what I know.
I mean, that's Mata, basically. He retired.
On a legitimate scale, I've never known.
Alright. Like, people herald Dendi, at least in my experience, as the greatest of all time for Dota.
Maybe around TI2, but yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, the guy right below him, whoever that is, that's the equivalent of Mata. He was great.
For what, League?
Yeah. He's great. He's retiring. Going to do military service, then maybe come back for coaching. Who knows? Unfortunately.
Oh, military service. Neat.
Yeah, it's mandatory in Korea.
Damn, that's...
So that's your BTS.
Did they end up getting out of it, or is that still ongoing?
I never followed up on that story. Why the fuck would I follow up on that story?
I don't know. Maybe you heard something.
This is me telling you no.
Okay.
No.
You see, I want the BTS boys to get out of it, because that means that Faker could potentially also get out of it.
I was going to ask why the hell you would even be interested. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, that's basically it. Fucking, if the BTS boys can get out of it, then the League players can probably also get out of it. That's basically it.
Yeah, I don't know if they value League as much as fucking international superstars.
I mean, League is part of the fucking Asia games, for instance. And also fucking, esports players are actually fairly revered in Korean culture, like,
Yeah, I'm aware.
yeah, like Baker, for instance.
Said not as much.
I've never been on this map.
It's probably close. At the, like, they at least have some type of national fucking stability.
I've been following some Dota stuff, been considering replaying it, and then thought about it and said no. They've done some interesting shit. You know, jungling?
Yeah.
It still exists, but they made it weirder.
How?
Jungle creeps now have a chance to drop items. Like, they have a pool of these tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 items. Ascending is equal to better. It's like tier 1s are your lesser shits. But they drop, like, unique items to their pool. And you can only get so many of each tier per game. And it announces it to your team when you get one of them. It's really weird.
So, not BKB then?
No.
Not BKB, no.
Okay.
But you can get something that's like, hey, fucking, like a tier 2 item might be like this fucking bow item that reduces enemy magic resistance on hit and also increases ranged attack range by 10 units or something.
Can you then upgrade those items?
I don't think so.
This is that.
I think they're static items. But apparently they added like 3 inventory slots for inactive items, so that's great.
Okay.
So you can just keep shit around. I don't know how long that's been in though. Looks interesting. They released a fucking Broken Hero because don't they fucking always?
Mm-hmm.
Once it was Monkey King, now it's Void Spirit. You know Blinking?
Blanking?
Blinking, that concept in MOBAs in which you go from one place to another really fast.
Oh yeah, like the Blink Dagger. Yeah.
Yeah, that exists in like, you know, Anti-Mage and like whatever the Gambit character in League is and like Nature's Prophet and shit. What if we had a character that could blink like a full screen every 7 seconds on 2 charges that fucking come back?
Yo, dude, how about a character that can do that every 1.5 seconds? Or actually, it's 1.2.
It's also a damaging attack.
Also in League.
What character is that in League?
Cassidon.
It's probably balanced.
I mean, yeah, he scales into that at level 16, but up until then he's fairly weak. So that's how it's balanced.
Void Spirit's fucking crazy from the get-go. He's got that teleport is his ult, but fuck, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then he can disappear and then come out of a portal, and that damages. He's got a weird-ass fucking taunt move and a shield. It's fucking stupid.
Is he the 4th spirit, like fire and storm? Okay.
Storm.
It was Storm,
Ember.
Fire, Earth, and then...
Yeah, Earth Spirit. I always forget Earth Spirit.
Yeah, now.
Fuck, okay.
Earth Spirit's not great.
Ow.
And Storm Spirit's Susanna from fucking Stormblood.
They're running ahead.
Ooh, exciting.
Running ahead of us.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah. Oh, the center spiral.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do a special like this week and didn't do that.
Were we?
No. We were gonna do that after the
Oh,
no,
wasn't
we
No,
were gonna
we explicitly stated we had enough time to do it and then didn't do it.
Wasn't it gonna be sequels week or something?
No, me and Nick came up with something.
Fuck.
what did we come up with then? Because
Why didn't we do sequels? Why wouldn't we do sequels?
no, sequels we're gonna do like a week or two after the fucking weekly anime finish.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Anyway, fucking what it was
Oh, we're losing hard now.
remember fucking the thing we did recently? I think it was the last special we did in which we assigned someone a genre.
Yeah. Hey, we signed someone a genre and they picked. You made a better version.
No. I postulated that perhaps we have genres we don't like. I particularly don't like space or mech. I feel like other people may have their biases as well. These all come through.
Oh, we do the opposite. Anime.
Kind of not. Each of us gets 4 to 5 genres, and we just ban genres draft style.
Oh, right, okay.
And then we go into MAL and try to find something that doesn't have any one of those 20 banned genres.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it inevitably doesn't work, we become less strict on the rules.
Right. Like, for instance, if someone bans action...
So we get to ban... We get to...
If someone bans action, they ban 75% of the anime.
Yeah.
I fucking... You know what? Fucking isekai.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a MAL genre, but yeah.
I mean, we can still do that.
I mean, we look at the anime and be like, this is isekai, so
I mean, we just up the number of bands between us. That's all.
That didn't address or fix the problem.
I mean, we just do 2 animes as well. It's not that big a deal.
That didn't address or fix the problem.
What's the issue, then?
Isekai isn't a genre.
Oh, for that, yeah. I was talking, like, fucking just doing it in general.
Okay, but it's a known genre. Come on.
The idea is specifically because MAL has tagged their shows to find something that falls in
just because they haven't officially recognized isekai doesn't...
Isekai, ban the common isekai genres, which is fantasy.
They just straight up banned fantasy, and then we're left with depression.
Like, yes, that's the idea. It's essentially, it's a Cold War of sorts. It's, do we ban the super popular shit right off the bat? This is gonna be great. This is gonna end up so well.
Like, you ban action, adventure, drama, comedy.
Like, realistically, I counted, there's a lot of fucking genres. Like, we will ban, like, I think under half.
Oh,
if we all get 5 and there's 4 of us.
Genres, I believe.
I don't think that's right.
I mean, I count.
Maybe that's right. 5. But if there's 4 of us and we each get 5, I think we end up banning less than half. But I think just barely. Nick might be right.
43 genres, yep.
Yeah, so we'll end up banning 20. If we're good people and not vindictive and petty, we'll ban things like sports and dementia. But as soon as someone's like, I ban mech, then it gets like the shit starts.
I ban fantasy right now.
And then Ian gets mad and bans fucking shoujo.
No!
Get right, Nick. Hey, man, if I get 5, fuck it. Fantasy, shoujo, fuck you.
Damn.
And then the red buttons start getting pressed.
There's no red buttons. It's just people being like, "This is life now."
Then someone takes out Yuri and Yaoi, and then through all of this, through all of this, everyone just forgets hentai.
Dude, we're gonna have to watch hentai.
But what if
it's gonna be not banned?
The hentai is probably crossed over with most of those other genres too, though.
Probably. A lot of it.
Actually, there's quite a bit here that are just tagged as hentai, nothing else.
I'll save one for it, don't you worry.
You're gonna forget. It's gonna be great.
What is this map? I don't know this map. Oh, this is like a old Halo 1 map that's been revamped. Okay, this is bad.
Anyway.
Big Chung. Did I get betrayed, or did I betray?
No. Did a man yell betrayal at you that it wasn't you? Anyway.
We can, I guess we do that
Goddamn.
I guess we do that after the fucking sequels. Or we could potentially do this before the sequels.
How is this map not fucking Swatnums?
I mean, we could also just do it during the weeks, couldn't we? Like where we do the seasonal anime?
We don't typically do anything during the seasonal anime.
No, I know, but...
Yeah, doing the seasonal anime so we don't have to choose.
It's really the point.
Yeah. I'm just saying that it's potentially... Like, if there's a week where there's, like... We only watch, like, 2 or 3 episodes.
Ban everything.
Then we could potentially do it for that week. But probably not.
Nice.
Anyway, fucking... we could either do it before, like... We could do it before or after the fucking sequel this week.
Mm.
Oh yes, that is another special week that we can do.
Yep. And now we have it documented, but I won't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I can write it down in the notes for the next podcast.
Mm.
Even though it doesn't matter. Just keep putting in the notes for every podcast.
So yeah, there we go. That's everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I found one anime in the yaoi section that is just yaoi, nothing else.
Cool.
So if yaoi is not banned, that's an option.
You know, I have the method, but I didn't think about the fucking conclusion, I suppose. In which the method for choosing the show is there, but what about picking the show?
I mean,
we then have to pick a show that falls under there and still vote, so...
I mean, yeah, we've banned enough categories. We now have to find a show in our new set parameters.
Right.
Do you think it's just going to take a lot longer? We'll cut down on other parts of the podcast.
What we should probably do if we're doing this next podcast is sometime after this podcast, but before next podcast, have everyone like come together and do the banning thing, and then find a fucking anime before.
I mean,
because trying to find one during will take eons.
I mean, I don't think we're doing it during the next podcast.
I don't see why not.
I mean, because we're doing the weekly ones then.
Are we? Are they starting up next time?
I mean, potential. I mean, when does the first anime?
I mean, we could do the banning. We could do the banning next podcast.
We can do the banning next podcast, and then fucking throughout the weeks we can figure out fucking what anime we're gonna recommend after all the weeks have completed, I guess.
I mean, at that point, fuck, don't do that. Just fucking early, closer together. But fucking, are we doing the fucking weekly watchings next time?
I mean, yeah, it's the end of the year, so it's like the last point. The point of no return.
I guess it depends on when the first anime starts next year.
Where does the first anime start?
You know the 3 animes that are tentatively chosen. Tentatively, fuck.
Yeah.
Getting wrecked. They have one guy on their team that's super bad. Meanwhile, I suck. That game. Okay.
Kute Dragons is just January 2020. Fucking
January 20th.
No, January 2020, as in, like, the year. Like, there isn't an exact date for a lot of them yet.
Oh, their team just rounded the corner. That is...
It's airing January 9th.
That does not leave us with enough time to do the podcast.
If we do it the 28th... Okay, so... The next podcast is the 28th. By the time the 11th of January rolls around, which would be 2 weeks after that, there will have been aired 1 episode of Kute Dragons.
Yeah, so fuck it.
So we have to do it next podcast.
Mm-hmm. Fucking
even if I change my anime,
mine's airing the 11th. That's great.
So yeah, we either do it next podcast.
Okay.
No, we can't.
I mean, is 1 episode enough to fucking dissuade us from doing it? All right. Then we do it after the weekly anime then.
Yeah, because what if we're gonna watch the anime?
I mean, we watched the 1 episode in it. Like, I'm pretty sure Kute, like 22/7 airs on the 11th, which is the day of the podcast. And then, where's MILF? Or no, it wasn't, yours wasn't MILF Isekai, it was Hot Springs Isekai, right?
What?
Which one was yours, Iggy?
Hot Springs Isekai? You see, I fucking don't know if you know what I know, but that's actually a thing.
Fucking, it was Ishizuka Reviewers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that the Hot Springs Isekai?
What?
But fucking Ishizoku Yeah.
What the
It's
fuck?
about brothels.
Yeah, that one.
Neat.
But anyway, that one also airs on the 11th.
I said that already.
Yeah. So Kute the 9th, and then the other two air on the 11th. So
Cool, so they'll both be on fucking Saturdays.
yeah.
Updates is great.
So
Hey, at least mine's not CJ.
I mean, is one episode really enough?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it really though?
Nick, yes.
All right, fine.
Well, we do have to, we should do the band fucking band genre party next podcast, because at least we should have Mega on that podcast. So that'll give us 20 band genres.
Yeah, but Ian would be there as well.
25 band genres, even better.
Yeah. I mean, if it was that point, we'd each get 4.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Never mind. We do 20. We can do 25. We can each do 5, but we don't know what the others have picked.
Then we'll have overlap.
Yeah, but that's fine, because then it's like, all right, never mind. We don't need that then.
I mean, I would prefer if we do it in a snake format.
It's called
Like,
draft.
Yeah. So like fucking Iggy starts, then it go fucking
Then it's reflexive.
right.
It's an order, and the order is reflexive. So it goes, if for instance, me, Nick, Chris, Ian, Mega, Ian, Nick, Chris, me? Or I think Nick and Chris from Nick's there, but you get the idea. You don't need to fucking type it out.
I'm typing it out. Like
Type it out.
let's say for instance it goes in that order.
Trying to
And then it would go Nick, Chris, fucking me, Nick, Chris, Mega, Ian, Mega, Chris, Nick, me, Nick, Chris, Mega, Ian, etc., etc., etc.
Where have you guys found enemies? What the fuck?
Ian fucking listening.
Why
Anyway,
he die?
Like
Oh shit!
if we do that first one with Iggy, Nick, Chris, Mega, Ian, then the next round would be Ian, Mega, Chris, Nick, Iggy, and then we repeat from the first one again.
reflexive.
Mm-hmm. I like that system more.
I mean, there's a benefit to not knowing. It makes another level of intrigue to the game in which, all right, someone else has probably banned this already, so I won't, and I'll ban something else. But then everyone thinks that and doesn't ban it.
I mean, yeah, but I like it more.
Fucking hit adventure. Somebody's gonna hit adventure.
I would prefer it to be more reactionary to what the others are banning. I feel like that creates more drama, so to speak.
Don't know.
Like, you banned my favorite series, so I'm banning yours.
Series, it's a genre.
Fucking hate myself. You banned my favorite genre, so I'm banning yours.
Fucking Mech's getting the axe like today. I already know.
Is there any doubt?
Basically none, because there's no 5 other.
Everyone's just gonna avoid adventure until, like, the very end.
Fuck no, I'm banning adventure. I don't give a shit.
Shit, alright.
That probably hits like condoms.
That's fine, dude. I don't give a shit. This isn't really my fucking issue.
Here's the thing when this happens. Fucking the idea is like a safety net was that we find something that has no crossover with any of the banned genres. But when that becomes impossible and we find literally nothing good, we lessen it to it can have one of the banned genres and no other overlap. And then if it gets dire, 2 of the band genres and no overlap.
I mean,
But I highly doubt it gets to that
Why
point.
not, like...
the show
just-
doesn't have to be good. It just has to have not... Like, if it's...
This is the fucking safety net. You don't say the
Yeah,
safety
I know.
net is unnecessary.
If it occurs where there is literally no show that has 0 of the tags that we have banned, that is when we allow 1 through.
I mean, not necessarily that. Maybe it's like, okay, it's like a sub-genre part. Like, let's say we ban comedy. There's a lot of shows that, unfortunately, that get labeled as comedy purely because at some point somebody told a fucking joke, but it's not a comedy.
No, that counts.
Why?
I had talked about this with Nick because fucking you can't really fucking tell. I mean, if they're branded as it's a band, it's just plain black and white.
Like since it's
Binary.
being so simplistic as just using the MAL tags, like without having actually watched the show, it's hard to discern whether the show is actually like integrally a comedy or with comedy sprinkled into it. Like
there is no concern for quality in this fucking special week.
Right.
It is just a simplistic idea.
No shit, Chief.
Like, for instance, Gintama. Like, if you're just going out the title card, you're not going to know that it's mainly a comedy and not like an adventure.
I don't know. Maybe it means something in Japanese that we don't know.
Oh, no. But just from the name and fucking picture, you're not going to discern that it's like mainly a comedy rather than action adventure or whatever. But yes, very simply, if it becomes impossible to pick anything because the genres
it's guaranteed not to become impossible.
Say again?
It's guaranteed to not be impossible. Because we can't physically ban every genre.
I mean, if for every genre, that genre shares a genre that we've banned, then it becomes impossible.
New project for you. Fucking look at every fine.
Okay.
No, new project. Remake Joey's video and literally read the title of every anime on MAL.
Joey's video?
Anime Man.
Oh, Nick, make a private video and put it on YouTube so we know.
If it's private, you can't see it.
I think whatever the fucking special thing is, we're unlisted.
So an unlisted
where you can send
video,
the link, you can send the link to somebody and yeah, they watch it.
So an unlisted video of me going through the entirety of MAL to find the animes that only have one genre attributed to them.
Or yeah, no, well, not that. One of each genre. Click on a genre, go down, find one, try to find one that has that only has that one genre tag, and go, yes, this is it.
Do this.
Hell, if you want to be super special about it, you can too.
Do this, Nick. It took this guy 10 hours.
Shit, man.
They give 2 weeks. You're fine. Your finals are over on Tuesday, and you'll be.
Yeah, I'll probably do it. Thursday. No, not Thursday. I'll probably do it Monday or Tuesday next week.
Stream the first portion.
Of just going through all the animes.
Yeah, stream the first portion.
All right, fucking guess I'm doing that.
Good making business of you.
Especially that there are people also dedicated to the same retardedness that you do, Nick.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Oh, this guy already has the stinky gas.
Anyway, I think that's about it.
I mean, we have... Wait, when are we doing the banning?
Fucking...
Next podcast.
Not next podcast.
Why not?
Why?
Because there's not only no. I mean, we're guaranteed to have basically 4 people there.
We can do it at any time. And we're not doing
but if we could have done Halo at any time, and we're only going to be there for the podcast. So.
Okay. Fucking... Yeah.
We could play games at any time. Guess what? We still don't.
Sure. Anyway.
Hey man, you know what? You don't want to do a next podcast. That's fine.
Like
not really. No.
It's either next podcast or fucking.
I mean, it's not happening next podcast.
No, I know. I'm saying we do the banning next podcast or like after all the weeks have ended for the fucking.
Why the hell would we do it next podcast?
Why
would we do the
I'm
banning?
saying we either do it that first time or after all the.
Hey, we did the fucking bannings like fucking 12 podcasts ago. Go back for reference.
I mean, I would just fucking give a list of the banned anime types.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And also, fucking...
Sure.
I mean, why wouldn't I? I'm in favor of doing it next podcast, but I know I have no say here, so because Ultra counts. I mean, Ultra Council can vote on it next time as well, I guess. Doesn't really matter.
Nah, man, you know what? I'm stepping down. We're just not doing it.
Alright.
This is too dumb and convoluted. We're not doing it. At the very least, I'm not going to be a part of it. Like, we start doing it in the middle of the podcast, boop, I'm out.
Alright. In any case, thank you all for watching. Bye.